the Vermillion Booster Club press box, proud supporters
Maytag
of all
appreciates
Tanager.
the compliment. But this Maytag washer isn't just eye candy.
Wow.
Inside, it's got the capacity and power to handle even the mightiest loads.
I love this.
Yeah, she's a beaut.
It's a he.
How do you know?
Don't worry about it.
Find Maytag products and the industry's best appliances at your local dealer, Merce Appliance, downtown Vermillion.
Birds like tanagers are great at flying out of the way to miss your car. Deer and other drivers are not. If you're in any kind of accident, bring your vehicle to Blaine's Body Shop in Vermillion. We repair your vehicle to pre-accident condition and handle the entire process from start to finish, including an accurate estimate and dealing with the insurance adjuster. So good luck to the tanagers, and if you're in an accident, bring your vehicle to
Blaine's Body Shop. Blaine's Body Shop. Automotive collision repair.
Hey kids, it's never too early to start planning for your future. Did you know Masaba provides scholarships and tuition assistance? They are committed to your success, offering engineering, drafting, and welding opportunities, plus scholarships, job shadowing, and mentorship programs. Learn more at masabainc.com/careers. When I grow up, I want to work at Masaba.
Masaba Manufacturing. Unlock your future and rock with us.
Midwest Ready Mix and Equipment is your locally owned and operated ready mix company. Their specialty, 6x6 front discharge mixer trucks that allows for better placement of concrete and ease of use. Midwest Ready Mix and Equipment offers the highest quality of concrete products and aggregate, and also a full-service dealer for Logon equipment featuring telehandlers, excavators, and ASV track skid loaders for purchase or rent. Midwest Ready Mix and Equipment, East Highway 50, Vermillion.
CoreCares helps individuals stay at home by offering caregiving, nursing, and medical alert systems in over 55 communities in South Dakota. Specializing in tasks like bathing, meal prep, and medication setups, our well-trained staff delivers exceptional care. We invest in our team through customized training and comprehensive benefits. To learn more about job opportunities or services, visit our website at corecares.com. CoreCares, proudly serving our community.
Jensen Kennels is your safe place to take your dog while you're away. They have over 7,000 square feet of indoor run space and outdoor play yards. They pride themselves in providing enrichment both mentally and physically for all types of dogs. And speaking of size, Jensen Kennels can host any size of dog, from the smallest Boston Terrier to the largest Great Dane. To find out the full services Jensen Kennels offers, check out their website and Facebook pages. Next time you need your dog to stay in a safe, fun environment, make it Jensen's Kennels.
Fentanyl is a powerful synthetic opioid, up to 100 times stronger than morphine. Even a tiny amount can be deadly. It's often mixed with other drugs without your knowledge, increasing your risk of overdose. Protect yourself and your loved ones and avoid unknown substances. Stay informed, stay safe, and remember, one pill can kill. For more information on fentanyl prevention, visit your local health resource or speak to a healthcare professional today. This message was brought to you by the Great Plains Tribal Opioid Response, so that the people may live.
The innocence of youth. Is there anything any better? But soon they'll be in high school and facing all the same challenges you faced. How to make friends, how to fit in, how to be cool. We want our children to have everything they'll need to live fulfilling and productive lives. Make sure the kids in your family are among the more than 57,000 participants here in South Dakota who take part in high school sports or activities.
Attention producers, the new year is upon us, and that means it's time to update your display and controller software, which is crucial for optimizing performance and profits. Contact the professionals at Grossenberg Implement today so you can make the most of the enhanced features and farming tools that are currently available. Optimize your efficiency, productivity, and connectivity options with a software update at Grossenberg Implement. Visit one of our 9 locations or go to grossenberg.com for more information. Grossenberg Implement, where service is the other half of a great product.
Do you have a pest problem? Got bats, ants, termites? Family owned and operated, Olson's Pest Technicians have had over 50 years experience taking care of pest problems in places across South Dakota, Nebraska, and Iowa. Utilizing brilliant methods, such as Centricon bait stations for termites and Vicane treatment for bed bugs. There's no pest too tough for Olson's Pest Technicians. If you have pest problems, call 800-KILL-BUGS.
Insurance rates are on the rise, and now more than ever, every penny counts. With me, John Brooks at DFS Insurance, we can look over your coverages and find the right insurance carrier to help you keep your costs down. At DFS Insurance, I'm an independent agent, which allows me to offer a variety of different carriers to fit your needs. When you're ready for your free, no obligation quote, give me a call, and we'll get you on the path to the best and most affordable insurance you need with Dakota Financial Services.
Welcome to Dakota PC Warehouse, where our staff aren't just friendly, we're certified nerds with a side of tech genius. Prepare to be awed as we unleash a barrage of geeky charm and unbeatable deals on PCs and HD TVs. And our tech gurus, armed with determination and a questionable assortment of snacks, can fix just about anything. We love technology and making it work for you. Dakota PC Warehouse, because being a nerd is our superpower.
When the world feels big, a small note can mean everything. Find mental health support at sdbehavioralhealth.gov.
For healthier crops and stronger yields, count on Nutrien Ag Solutions. By partnering with the leader in plant nutrition, you'll have access to innovative products and unmatched service that deliver impact and efficiency to every acre. Healthier crops, happier growers. Lead the field this season and beyond. Find your local crop consultant at nutrienagsolutions.com.
What's your big picture?
To keep the farm in the family.
To pay off the loan.
To start my own operation.
To drive Grandpa's combine. Right, Grandpa?
If owning a successful operation is in your big picture, First Bank & Trust has ag experts to help you plan for the future.
To diversify.
To teach her how to drive a combine.
Find out how First Bank & Trust makes managing your farm easier at bankeasy.com.
Life can get pretty busy out there. Daily commutes, carpooling, and then there's that weekend getaway. Cenex is here to keep your vehicle fueled up for those long drives, your pantry stocked for those snack cravings, and the propane grill ready whenever you are. Things can move fast, but with your local Cenex, you can rest assured that everything on your list will get a check mark, all in a day's work, powered locally at Cenex.
Agriculture is like no other business, which makes Farm Credit Services of America like no other lender. Owned by the farmers and ranchers we serve, our customers have a voice in how we work, a stake in what we do, and share in our success. Discover a lender that works for you at Farm Credit Services of America.
This is what matters. This is beyond X's and O's. This is the difference mutual respect makes. This is what character looks like. This is what defines us in South Dakota. This is sportsmanship. School sports. It's not the outcome that matters most, but the way the games are played. This message presented by the South Dakota High School Activities Association and the South Dakota Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
Welcome back to the Vermillion Booster Club Press Box, proud supporters of all Tanager athletics and the student athlete.
As the calendar changes over, the goal still remains the same. Try to win yourself a state championship. Good evening and welcome to the middle of somewhere, as we like to call it, Tri-Valley High School, as tonight is a doubleheader for the Vermillion Tanagers as they take on the Tri-Valley Mustangs. This is the Vermillion Tanager pregame show here on Live Ticket TV and Vermillion Tanagers Live. I'm Heath Nimke. Coming up a little bit later on, we'll get you over to Cole Larsch and Spencer Buley, who will have the coverage tonight from the middle of somewhere. Well, coming into this season, of course, state title was on the line for the Vermillion girls once again this year, trying to repeat as Class A champions, but their very last time out, it was a loss against the number one team in Class B. That was against the Centerville Tornadoes, but looking back to that game, it was a tough go for the Vermillion girls. At times, they struggled to get their offense going and just left shooters open for the Centerville Tornadoes, and that's always been the key talking point coming into this season is what would happen with this Vermillion girls team when their offense didn't necessarily come along, when the big three didn't have themselves a big game. We saw that against Centerville and the SCSC, and the result was a loss. So now how do the Tanagers girls basketball team try to bounce back after what has been an extended break, taking on the Tri-Valley Mustangs? And speaking of the Mustang girls basketball team, you talk about a break, it's probably the worst case scenario that you can have if you're Tri-Valley. They have not played a game in over 3 weeks, having to go all the way back to December 17th was the last time that the Tri-Valley Mustang girls basketball team was in a game. That was against Madison. They come into tonight's contest 2-1, but maybe a little untested, beating Garrettson to open up the season and also beating Madison, two teams that have been on the lower part of Region 3A for the past couple of years. They did lose their one game to Parkson, one of the top teams in Class B. We always know Parkson's been a dominant team in Class A. Again, this year and next year, they have dropped down to Class B for boys and girls high school hoops, but we know Parkson Trojans are a very, very good team, and they lost that game 51-33. And coming into this game for the Tri-Valley Mustang girls basketball team, it is still a lot of unknown coming into this year. This is a team that has their starting five, but then we'll go another 5-6 deep off the bench, and it is first-year head coach Sam Williams who replaces the longtime coach Dan Jewett there of the Tri-Valley Mustangs, so trying to build his own philosophy and what can eventually be coming for this Tri-Valley Mustang girls basketball team. On the opposite side, quick look at the boys matchup, the Vermillion boys coming into tonight's contest. Remember, their last time out, they destroyed the Mount Vernon Plankinton Titans inside the SCSC. So how do they look tonight coming off of a long extended break? Again, this is a very good Vermillion basketball team, but again, no slouch of the Tri-Valley Mustangs, who on the boys side are 2-2. In fact, they actually did play Tri-Valley, that is, the other day in Marion against Freeman Academy Marion, the Bearcats. They won that 67-36. So again, the Tri-Valley Mustang boys 2-2. So they have had a game during the holiday break, if you will. Otherwise, they have lost their first two games of this season against Parkston and Madison. Otherwise, as I mentioned, one against Garrettson before the holiday break, and then beating the Bearcats, which was a Class B team. But we're going to break that down more coming up later on in the evening when it comes to Coach Drake and Coach Fettel of talking about their teams and getting ready for tonight's contest. We do know on the boys' side, when the Mustangs and the Tanagers go at it, it always seems to be a dogfight and a very, very close game. In fact, the boys struggle when they have to come here to play against Tri-Valley. So we'll see how they do later on. But like I said, it's a jam-packed pregame show for myself, and it is time for our first break. When we come back, we're going to sit down with first-year head coach Sam Williams of the Tri-Valley Mustangs to talk about his squad, where they are at, and what the ultimate goal is when it comes to the region. A little bit easier now that Sioux Falls Christian is finally gone, and how they try to put their stamp on the region. Later on, we'll sit down with head coach John Brooks to talk about how his team needs to bounce back and what the rest of this season looks like going forward now that they're already a quarter of the way through their season. Like I said, John Brooks a little bit later on. Cole Larsch and Spencer Buley will have you for tip-off. I'm Heath Nimke. When we come back, we sit down with Coach Sam Williams. That is on the way next here on Vermillion Tanagers Live and Live Ticket TV.
In In times like these, it's good to know there's a place where people know who you are, no matter how long you've been gone. A place where the smells of home cooking are still in the air, where a simple wave warms your heart, and sharing stories is just a way of life. It's good to be home. Agraria Insurance Company, protecting what's important in life. Contact your local Agraria Insurance Company agent.
Best Western Ramkota Hotel in Aberdeen is the place to stay for business or the weekend family getaway. You'll feel right at home with ample parking, spacious guest rooms, and complimentary breakfast. And with a convenient location, you'll have easy access to local attractions and events in the area. While staying at the Best Western Ramkota, guests can enjoy an indoor water play land, an on-site Minerva's restaurant, exercise facility, wedding services, and a business center. For friendly service and a great stay, make your reservation today. Welcome back to the Vermillion Booster Club Press Box, proud supporters of all Tanager athletics and the student athlete.
Get you set here on the Tanager pregame show on Vermillion Tanagers Live and Live Ticket TV. Good evening, I'm Heath Nimke getting you set for the pregame show. Spencer Buley and Cole Larsch will have tonight's doubleheader from the new high school in the middle of somewhere. The new Tri-Valley High School just being finished up. It's had been under construction. Still in the old high school before the Christmas break. This is the first sporting event that they've had at the new high school. It's a tremendous facility, and it's going to be, again, host to the first basketball game ever between the Vermillion Tanagers and the Tri-Valley Mustangs. And speaking of the Mustangs, this girls' basketball team comes in 2-1 with a loss over Parkston, but have not played a game since December 17th. But take nothing away from this Mustangs offense and defense. This is a team that goes extremely deep with their bench, and they're coached by first-year head coach Sam Williams, who has got his program headed in a very good direction. They've already been in a great direction under longtime head coach Dan Jewett, and now Coach Williams is just kind of picking up right where Dan Jewett left off and continuing to build this program. Again, going to be one of the top competitors in the DAC-12. Speaking of Coach Sam Williams, I caught up with him yesterday to talk about his team's performance so far this season and how they try to shut down a tough Vermillion Tanagers team. Here he is on our pregame show. It's head coach of the Tri-Valley Mustangs girls basketball team, Sam Williams. Coach Williams, you get set to take on the Vermillion Tanagers in a huge matchup inside the DAC-12. But first, let's begin with you as a coach. It's your first year with the Tri-Valley Mustangs as in a head coach, replacing longtime head coach Dan Jewett there. What, for you as a coach, do you want to build as a culture coming into this program for the Mustangs, and how has the beginning of the season been so far for you?
Well, to start with, the beginning of the season has been awesome, and I appreciate Dan and what he was able to build here, because it's been a real joy to be able to inherit something that, really he had running. We're Sweet 16, Kodak 16 last year, have a lot of kids back. Like, the cupboard was definitely not bare by any stretch. So we had a lot of things in place already to start, which is nice, because it's been, to have that momentum coming in is a really it's a blessing for sure. So that was awesome. Just coming in and trying to build a program where we want to be unique, and we want people to circle that one on their calendar, coaches and players, opposing players, to know that, hey, when we come in and play Tri-Valley, man, we really got to be ready to go, and got to be prepared for what they do, because I believe that those are the best teams in the state tend to be the teams that, do something really, really well that it's hard to prepare for and hard to replicate in practice. And so that's kind of what we're there. We're hanging our hat on the defensive end and trying to do some things on that side of the ball that hopefully will give us a unique edge that teams have to prepare for.
I'm kind of jumping ahead here a little bit, but I want to get you set a little bit more for this matchup against Vermillion. You look at the boys' side, they've had a game during the holiday break, but I think for you, it might be a worst-case scenario. We always hear coaches, we don't mind a little bit of a break, but you haven't played a game since December 17th against Madison, so it's been quite some time since you last played basketball. How has the break been? Have you enjoyed it? How excited are you to get back onto the court?
Yeah, so big breaks are a double-edged sword. They really are. It's nice because you can almost, get into another season of like kind of preseason where you can install some things, clean some things up, which you don't always get in the middle of a season. Sometimes you start a season and it's kind of like you get in and install what you can install in the preseason, and then you're just flooded with games. So, we've been able to kind of improve some areas and add to others, which is nice. But at the end of the day, you play against each other day in and day out, and this group's a very competitive group. You learn, and we talk about it too because we like to do it ourselves against other people. Like you learn, how you can cheat against yourself. Like what a kid does, you take that away. So eventually, we got everybody trying to take away everybody's strengths, and you kind of bang your head up against the wall after a while. But this group's fun. They love competing. So we're able to use this stretch and learn and grow, but also like when we go out and we just scrimmage, like we played quite a bit just against ourselves, and they don't take it easy on each other. So I think we grow even in a big break like this. But I can tell you what, we're ready to play against somebody else again.
Well, you talk about the strength of your team and the depth of your team as well. We see, of course, you're starting five, but then after that, we see different coaches, right? Some of them are, hey, we're going 2-3 off the bench, and some you have this deeper rotation like yourself that you're going 6 deep off the bench. Why are you going that deep? Do you shorten it up as the season moves along?
So, yeah, it's a great question. My last year in Clark-Willow Lake, I went 5 and 1 off the bench. Because that's who we had. That's who could compete. I expected, I'm going to be completely honest, I expected it to shorten because we started off the preseason really, really well. We got a lot of kids competing and playing at a high level. The reality is that after the first 3 games, like we're still competing at that level. So it's hard to, when I look at it, rotations aren't always super easy, and coaches know that. But when you got 6 girls on the bench that all do something really, really well at a varsity level, it's hard to pick and choose and say, we're going to take this and not that. So our goal is to get the best out of everybody we got. So far, it's worked pretty well. I'm really actually excited. It's a learning process for myself and for the kids because it's not normal. That's for sure. It's not a normal thing to go that deep. Especially for myself, I've never gone that deep, but man, it's been fun because every single girl coming off the bench, and that starts brings something to the table, and they keep bringing it. Like I said, I expected it to kind of clarify itself, like to get to 8 or 9, but man, they're just still competing, and to be honest, we're like, okay, well, that's what we got. Like that's a strength of ours. Like we're going to lean into it, and the way we play, especially on the defensive end, if we can keep fresh, that's a huge thing for us. So we're leaning into it, and it's one of our strengths. So that's part of our identity.
During the holiday break, if you will, even though it wasn't quite the holiday break yet, you did get your chance to see the Vermillion girls play, and that was a game in which they lost against Centerville, the number 1 team against Class B. Now you've had that chance to watch film as well, but of course, as a coach, all about the big 3, but getting to see them in person, then watching them on film, what's one of the big key takeaways that you want to use with your defense in shutting down Vermillion's offense?
Probably the biggest is limiting Taylor Ruber's ability to create for others. She is an elite level point guard in the state, and it's crazy because she's only a freshman. Okay, prevents me from sleeping some nights just knowing that she's going to be around for that much longer. But man, she is so good at breaking down defenses and creating advantage opportunities for a team, and then finding especially those other 2. And Jensen and Hansen, man, she can create. So that's going to be a big key for us is to limit her ability to just get downhill and beat people one-on-one. Which with our defense, it should be a strength of ours. It has been a strength of ours since we implemented it this last summer and into the school year. we were able to prevent that type of thing from happening. Now it's just a matter of, taking away their other strengths. It's one of those, it's a game of moves and counter moves, and whoever can make the last adjustment usually is the team that comes away with the victory. So we're going to, our goal is to take away that first and then keep countering their next step, because a team like Vermillion is going to have counters to that. So it's a matter of, can we continue to take away their next thing. And with Hansen and Jensen, man, those two girls can play ball too. So even Ruvers, even if she's not creating, she is very capable herself of scoring the basketball. So it's a tough ask. It's a tough ask for anybody in the state. And you talked about Centerville. Like, I don't think Vermillion played probably their best game, and yet they were still right there. And that's just a testament to their team and how they can play.
Well, when looking at your team offensively, I would say your team can flat out play as well. And what makes your team so unique is, we talked earlier about the bench, and you talked about how competitive they are, and they can come out and play great defense, but they can also get their offense going. So I'm going to switch it around here a little bit. How does John Brooks stop the depth of your offense coming into a game like this?
Probably the number one thing would to not turn over the ball. We're getting a lot in transition off of turnovers. We forced 89 turnovers in our first 3 games, which is incredible. It's a testament to them buying into the system. And once we can get out and play in transition and play fast, I'm not going to lie to you, like, not all of our girls are the greatest half-court offensive players. We have some girls that are amazing defenders and that have really sold, and really bought into, the system, and are incredible on the defensive end, and they're able to create opportunities for themselves and others in transition. So once we get into a half court, like if we get into a half court game and we got to play half court offense, we're capable, but that's not really what we're looking to do. So if I was playing myself, I would be like, hey, we got to take care of the ball. We got to make sure we get shots up on that end of the court, because it can limit our ability to get out and leak out. But yeah, but we're still very capable. We have, some really good half-court players as well. Maddie Heavey I don't even think she's played to the level that she's capable of yet. She's ready to take a big step, and she's excited to take that big step, and, we'll get there. And then Haley Sorensen coming off the bench. She comes off the bench, but man, that girl would start for a lot of teams, and she's perfectly capable for us as well. With our depth, we're trying to make sure we keep a good balance on the floor of offensive scorers and defenders, and man, the way we're able to kind of 1-2 punch with those two girls in our half-court offense and keep people fresh is pretty exciting for us. But
there's a saying that goes, "There's no place like home," and of course, this is a home game for your group. However, you have never played in this type of environment in the new home gym. This is going to be the very first game. So, are you worried whatsoever about the environment somewhere that's completely new, or are you guys not worried because you've had enough practice, or at least been around the building enough to know that it's going to be the next new home for your group?
No, we're excited, man. We're excited to how the kids react. As coaches, we're doing our best to prepare them, because it's going to be an environment really unlike any they've been in before. So they will, that's going to be exciting for them to get in there, and it's going to be a packed house. It's going to be a lot of energy in there. But so far, we've killed it in the new gym. It's been a good transition. The facilities are amazing. There's something to be said about just the new facility and having that, that pride in what we got. Now, I think it's given us a jolt of confidence. So that's been really fun. Again, you never really know. At the end of the day, we're working with high school kids here. I love it. We talked about it in practice today. Like, these are the type of games I think are a blast, because there's no pressure on our shoulders. There's been the Vermillion, has all the pressure coming in. They're the team that needs to perform. Like, on paper, you look at us and you go, okay, well, they haven't got to that step yet. So we just can play loose and play aggressive and kind of let chips fall where they fall. But you never really know, right? It's still going to be a lot of pressure on us, I think, regardless. But we're excited. I think the girls have a sense of pride in the facility and kind of what we have. So that should hopefully give us a little bit of an advantage.
Coach, before I let you go, I want to bring it back to the beginning of a conversation that we had. This is not your first stint as a head coach. You have done it at Clark Willow Lake before you came on as an assistant coach with Tri-Valley, but now you have the reins once again to a girls basketball program. What is the ultimate goal that you would like to see with your Mustangs basketball team?
You know, we talk about mentality a lot. Like, mentality is a big deal, especially in high school sports, especially in girls high school sports. It's, you know, a lot of teams have won or lost before they ever step onto the floor. And that's our goal, is to build the mentality that we expect to compete with the best teams in the state. And we put in the work to do that, because that's the part of it that's difficult to do. And we have done it. This off season was one of the most fun and fulfilling off seasons I've ever had. And I've been at this for a while now. I mean, we had so much commitment, top to bottom of our rosters. We were doing preseason conditioning, top to bottom of our roster. Like, really, really high percentage of our kids are really involved. We're right at the top of the conference for enrollment for girls basketball numbers. Like, that part of it is a huge part that has to be there to have the mentality that you're going to go out and compete night in and night out. And we got that part of it. And now it's just going and performing during the season, and making sure, you know, we keep our priorities, all that good stuff. But really the goal is, and I was lucky enough as a young high school player, and then into college days when I started coaching in the college, like, I was a part of some really, really successful teams. And that confidence and swagger that you get, like, that stuff stays with you forever. And that's why I'm still doing it, because I want to be able to bring that and give kids an opportunity to experience some of those really unique and powerful experiences I've had, and was lucky enough to have, and give them the opportunity to have that too. So, but it all starts with that mentality. You got to have the mentality to go out and win, and expect to win, and know that you put enough work in to win. And we're working on it every day. And this group has been a real blessing for sure. It's been a great start.
Once again, that is head coach Sam Williams here on the pregame show. Coach Williams, third year now with the Tri-Valley Mustangs. Before that, he was with Clark Willow Lake Cyclones for 5 years, from 2017 to 2021. In fact, Coach Williams does know Coach Brooks extremely well. They've versed each other a couple different times in the DAC-12 NEC Clash. And speaking of Coach Brooks, we're going to take a time out. When we come back, we sit down with him, see what his group has been up to during the holiday break, and how they get ready for this huge matchup in the DAC-12. That's on the way next here on Live Ticket TV and Vermillion Tanagers Live. This is the Vermillion Tanagers pregame show on Live Ticket TV. Vermillion Tanagers Live. I'm your host, Heath Nimke, as we continue on with our coaches' interviews during our pregame show. Just got done catching up with head coach Sam Williams, first-year head coach for the Tri-Valley Mustangs. Been an assistant coach for the past couple of seasons, but now it's time to turn our direction to the number 2 coach in the state of Class A right now, head coach John Brooks, as the girls have moved down a spot from 1 a couple of weeks ago down to the number 2 spot after a loss against Centerville. And speaking of that loss against Centerville, how does this team respond back after the holiday break, getting ready for the Tri-Valley Mustangs and continuing to get ready for now a very busy month of January? Talking more about his squad and getting ready for tonight's contest in this new facility, here he is on our pregame show. It's head coach of the Vermillion girls, John Brooks. Coach, get ready to take on the Tri-Valley Mustangs, but let's go all the way back before the holiday break, as you were playing in the SCSC. The number 1 team in Class B took on Centerville, lost that game. What was it, as we go back to it, that Centerville did such a great job of double-teaming Brooke Jensen, taking away Roovers? What was it about the Tornadoes that they did a great job in shutting down your offensive production?
Yeah, I think it's kind of funny. It's something I've talked to, our coaches talked about. If you look at both rosters, I mean, both teams have probably 3, maybe even more college basketball players on each team. So there's a lot of talent on the floor, and the game ended 48-45. There wasn't much scoring. So I think that goes back to both teams really do take pride in their defense and how they defend the other team. And
yeah, Brooke and I have the best night for us, and Taylor and I have the best night for us shooting-wise. But if we look at the other side of it, Gus really struggled from the field for them, and so did Heidi. And I think it's a combination of both teams just really putting an emphasis on their defensive game plan and hoping that would, maybe be the difference. So it was a slugfest. It was two really good teams playing against each other. At the end of the day, Centerville made the plays down the stretch to win. I think we had a 4-point lead with about 5-6 minutes left in the game, and we didn't score much after that. And the Marshall girl for them made some big plays. So a lot that we can take away from it. It's never bad to have a loss like that early in the season, and we have some things to build off.
That's going to be my next question. I'm glad you bring that up. You see so many coaches talk about the adversity a team faces, and if you constantly win games, whether winning them close or winning them big, sometimes you don't face that adversity of a loss. But as you just mentioned, you lose it, and you lose a close one, and against a very, very good Centerville team. How much does that spark your team to continue to move in the right direction and build off of this loss?
And we have a lot of new kids in our rotation, obviously. Out of our top 7, 4 of them have never played varsity yet before until this year. So I think a game like that against Centerville, who's a seasoned team, brings back a lot of kids off their state championship team for our girls to see, like, okay, we're in that game. We could have won that game. We're right there. That I think that gives our girls confidence that we are good enough this year. And that's something that we've talked about with our kids is, hey, we're right there. We're only going to keep getting better. We're starting to see a lot of really good things out of, our so-called role players that are, Maya had a great game, had 10 against Centerville. So things are coming along. We're right there competing with the top team in Class B. And I told our girls I think they're a top 5 team in Class A if they're in Class A. So we're right where we need to be, and now it's just about continuing to get better over the next couple months.
Now the holiday break hits, and we talked about before the holiday break, Coach, that we're already a quarter way through the season, so now that quarter of the way through the season assessment, now moving into the month of January, where's your team at? Do you feel like you guys are headed in the right direction if you want to defend a state title?
Well, there's definitely some things we need to clean up, and that's something that we took a lot away from the Centerville game is we did not rebound as well as we wanted to. We thought we kind of got beat up in that area a little bit. We did not take care of the ball. We were not good with 4 minutes left in the game. Kind of the time where you got to win the game, we struggled in that part. So those are the two things that we took away big from that Centerville game is taking care of the basketball, getting good shots down the stretch, and rebounding. So those have been a huge emphasis over the last week here as we've got prepared for Tri-Valley tonight.
Speaking of the Mustangs, this is a very good basketball team. First, your relationship with head coach Sam Williams now taking over at Tri-Valley. He's been there for a couple of years, but you may remember that you got to see him a few years ago back in the NEC DAC-12 clash when he was with Clark Willow Lake. How much do you know Coach Williams' tendencies, and what should you expect from him tonight?
Yeah, we got matched up with Clark Willow Lake at least once, maybe twice. So, he was coaching there back then. So, got to go against them a couple of times. And I think he was actually the assistant at that time. His dad was the head coach, and or it might have been vice versa. I can't even remember now. It's been a few years. But obviously, Sam's been around quite a while now here in South Dakota coaching. So, like you said, he was Coach Jewett's assistant coach the last few years, and now the head coach there at Tri-Valley. So, they've only played 3 games. A little hard to gauge because they played Parkson, who's really, really good. And then, then they played Garrettson and Madison early in the year too. Those teams are struggling a little bit. So they trying to figure out exactly, everything that they can do has been a little bit of a struggle on tape. But I do know that they're running a very extended 1-3-1 zone defense similar to ours that is really giving some people problems here early in the year. So, we're going to have to attack their zone well. We're going to have to get everybody scoring in that thing and hopefully to be successful on the offensive side.
Something else when you look at film is their rotation. It's 5-6 girls deep into their bench that they are rotating, and now this really becomes an interesting conversation we really haven't had yet this year, Coach, is a war of attrition. Is this a Tri-Valley team that can say, hey, we're just going to platoon girls in and out. We're going to make you run up and down the court and see if we can't tire you out and win the game that way? Has that been on your mind? What's the kind of factor going into this game with Tri-Valley able to substitute so many girls?
Well, I think the biggest thing is exactly what we talked about in our shoot-around and in practice yesterday was they're going to sub, and they might sub 3 or 4 at a time, so we got to be communicating so we can get matched up. And I think that's something that teams struggle with. sometimes is they kind of fall asleep. Maybe there's a free throw going on. They're not matched up, running back down the floor, and then you give up an easy one. So we got to really be talking. We got to have our leaders out there communicating, making sure we're matched up when they do sub a lot of kids in. And, they bring the Sorensen girl off the bench, number 15, that's really gifted offensively. She can shoot it well. She gets to the hoop. So we got to make sure that when she comes in the game, we're ready to guard her.
One other thing before I let you go, Coach, is you have struggled at times playing in Tri-Valley, but that was the old gym. Now getting to play in the new high school, this new facility. I know you've never been there. The team's never been there. This is the first ever game, so congratulations that you get to play the very first varsity game on it. What are you expecting from the new facility, and how do you get the girls ready to play at a place like this new gym?
Yeah, excited to see it. Tri-Valley's kind of had their gym that they've had ever since I've been here for a long time, so it's kind of two.
There's no better organization that gives back to the student athletes than the Booster Club. The Vermillion Booster Club is committed to helping all student athletes grow. Join the Tanager faithful today by becoming a member at GoTanagers.com. While you're there, check out team apparel for your favorite sports team. Like them on Facebook to stay up to date on all the latest information and sports games. Join the Vermillion Boosters today and go Tanagers.
When life gets hard and our thoughts get too much to bear, finding the resiliency within us can help us find healing. The 988 Suicide and Crisis Lifeline provides 24/7 free support for anyone in suicidal distress or emotional crisis. All texts and calls are anonymous and connect you to local resources that uphold cultural values and pave the way to healing. Find the strength within you. Find the strength within our culture. Reach out if you need help today.
When it comes to advertising, reaching the right market while giving back to the school is just plain right. If you're looking for an effective method that reaches a large fan base at once, then here's your ticket with Live Ticket TV. With over 90 schools in the state of South Dakota, we can help you advertise locally with just your home team or reach the region. Plus, a portion of all sales go directly back to the school. Get a hold of Heath Nimke today, and let's get started in building your brand with Live Ticket TV.
Out here, you learn that to keep growing, you have to keep changing. CHS and the farmers and ranchers we serve know all about change, because together we've changed agriculture. That's why we're the largest farmer-owned cooperative in the country. So farmers own the system they count on, with advantages at every step. From innovative tools that help crops grow, to grain processing expertise, to energy solutions, we create connections to empower agriculture. Learn more at chsinc.com.
Nice.
Maytag appreciates a compliment, but this Maytag washer isn't just eye candy.
Wow.
Inside, it's got the capacity and power to handle even the mightiest loads.
I love this.
Yeah, she's a beaut.
It's a he.
How do you know?
Don't worry about it.
Find Maytag products and the industry's best appliances at your local dealer, Merce Appliance, downtown Vermillion.
Welcome back to the Vermillion Booster Club Press Box, proud supporters of all Tanager athletics and the student athlete.
Good evening and welcome inside the brand new Tri-Valley High School, officially in Colton, South Dakota. Also known as the middle of nowhere. If you've ever been here, this building, brand new. This is the first ball game here inside this gymnasium. Thanks for tuning in. Vermillion Tanagers Live Ticket TV. I'm Cole Larsch, alongside me, my color man, cameraman, and producer, Spencer Buley, as we get you your starting lineups here just about right on time, 6:31 p.m. First for the visiting team on the scoreboard, the Vermillion Tanagers at a guard, a 5'8 senior, number 1, Casey Hansen. At guard, a 6' senior, number 5, Maya Halverson. At guard, a 5'5 freshman, number 11, Taylor Uvers, as the lights dim, and here we go. Let's see, this is what you get with new facilities here, Spencer Buley. At guard, a 5'8 senior, number 12, Madigan Wallen. And at guard, a 6'1 senior, number 33, Brooke Jensen. The Vermillion Tanagers come into this ball game 4-1 overall. They are number 2 in the Class A media poll. They are number 5 in Class A according to the seed points, and they are number 2 in their region, in Region 4A. They come in averaging 54 points a game, 43 allowed per game. Leading scorers for the Tanagers, Brooke Jensen, 18.8 points a game, 7.5 rebounds on 45% shooting, as we've got quite the display here inside Tri-Valley High School. I've been to quite a few big area schools, especially in the Sioux Falls area. I don't think I've ever seen something quite like this here, Spencer Buley. I mean, that was impressive.
No, that's Sanford Coyote Sports Center level right there, game day production. No, this is it's cool to be here. It's a great facility. They've got a nice little broadcast spot for us up here. Might see the back of some heads at times. We'll do the best we can, but no, Cole, this is it's a heck of a production in here, and shout out to all the administrators who make this possible.
And now we're getting your cheerleaders done for Tri-Valley. Again, for Vermillion, 4-1. For the home team, the Tri-Valley Mustangs, 2-1 on the season. Their head coach is Sam Williams, assisted by Justin Neihart, Nick Fluth. They come in number 28 in the Class A seed point average at 40.333, and they are number 2 in their region, in Region 3A again. A Region 3A that is missing Sioux Falls Christian. Let's get you your starting lineups for the home team on the scoreboard. The Mustangs of Tri-Valley. At guard, a 5'7 senior, number 3, is Davy. She comes in averaging 6.5 points a game, 2 rebounds and an assist on 40% shooting. At guard, a 5'6 junior, number 4, Maddie Heavey. She comes in double figures for her, 10 points per ball game, a couple rebounds and a couple assists as well. At guard, a 5'8 sophomore, number 10, Peyton Vogt. She comes in 6.5 points a game, 3 rebounds, and 2 assists on 47% shooting. At forward, a 5'11 senior, number 12, Maddie Wenzel, 3 points, 6 rebounds, 3 assists for her. And Danica Fluth is the final starter, number 30, a junior forward at 5'9", 3.5 points, 3.5 rebounds a ball game. Leading scorer is actually coming off the bench, number 15, Haley Sorensen. She comes in averaging 11 points a ball game. She will be the first one off the bench tonight. And Tri-Valley comes in 2-1 on the season. Vermillion Tanagers, number 2 in the Class A media poll. They come in at 4-1. Maya Halverson, Maddie Wenzel, and the tap is won by the Tri-Valley Mustangs in their home whites. They are going right to left, as you see it here on Vermillion Tanagers Live and Live Ticket TV. Vote to Heavey, back to Vote on the right side. And scoreboard is now back up, as you see it there on the bottom. Shot up and no good. That time by Danica Fluth, and the rebound is controlled by the Vermillion Tanagers. 25 seconds into quarter number 1. Pass tipped away and stolen by Tri-Valley. Back the other way they go. Heavey for 3, going to be off the iron and no good. And she's a 47% three-point shooter on the season, and now a steal by Casey Hansen. So back and forth we go. So far no points here in quarter number 1. Hansen inside of Jensen off the glass, and good for 2 for Brooke Jensen. First assist for Casey Hansen in the ball game, and now 2-0 the Tanagers lead. Again, Tanagers in the home reds, letters and numbers in white with some black trim. Foul on Jensen, called by Chris Janish, who just worked the Dakota Wesleyan men's basketball game just last night.
Got to point out, Cole, heck of a crowd here as well. Credit both sides. I mean, obviously, easy for Tri-Valley to make it here, but for Vermillion as well. I mean, they traveled very well. The stands, there ain't much open seating here left.
Quick 3 is off the mark by Tri-Valley. Offensive rebound to Vogt. She'll pull back. Her 3 is off the mark. Rebound tapped out of bounds. And they're going to say it will go back to Vermillion. Again, first game being played here inside the new Tri-Valley High School. First home game for either squad. That's why they maybe brought some more attention, as now a kick ball out front, and possession will stay. I was also being told by a couple of Tri-Valley staff members that on that far side of your screen, it is built to add more bleacher seating if needed. So if they would ever need to come to that, they can easily put those in. They just have to put them in. Again, seating's both on either side. Like Spencer Buley said, pretty full. Roovers kicks underneath. Shot up and no good by Halverson. Rebounds tapped around. They're going to say last touched by Tri-Valley right in front of the home crowd of the Mustangs. So still with 6:14 to go, it is 2-0 in favor of Vermillion. And Vermillion comes into the game. They average 54 points a game. They allow 43. For the Mustangs, they allow 52, or they score 52. They only allow 30. Steal and a lay-in is no good by Izzy Davey. But she will go to the free throw line. Shoot a pair of free throws off the Casey Hansen foul.
Yeah, Cole, wouldn't necessarily surprise me to see a defensive battle unfold on the court tonight. I mean, you have two electric offenses, but also two really, really solid defenses. So it could kind of go either way, but would not surprise me to see this one be a little bit lower scoring. And just it's going to be a battle of who's going to play the best defense.
Lexi Hansen will come in for Casey Hansen. 6:04 to go. The first free throw was good by Davey. Second one is off the iron and no. Rebound to Lexi Hansen. So 2 minutes gone here in quarter number one. It is 2-1 in favor of the Tanagers. And Mustangs dropped into the 1-3-1 zone. Tanagers usually play something of the sorts. Halverson's stuck on the baseline. She'll try to pass across court, and it's tapped and out of bounds. So possession will stay with Vermillion. And now Casey Hansen comes right back in, and Lexi Hansen will go off. Halverson to throw it in. Gets it to Jensen on the left wing. Tries skipping it over to Roovers. The Mighty Mouse, she's not quite that tall. Another skip pass, just about tapped out of bounds, or stolen, but now a 10-foot shot is up and good for Brooke Jensen. All 4 points for the Vermillion Tanagers coming from Brooke Jensen is now 4-1. 5.5 to go here in quarter number one. Vogt tries driving in, passes swatted away, and they're going to stay out of bounds. Last touched by the Tanagers. As now Haley Sorensen will check in. This is a Tri-Valley team that likes to go deep into their bench, usually an 11-man rotation for Tri-Valley. Not very often you see that, especially at the high school ranks. Not often you see even 11 players on the varsity roster. Sorensen, quick three, left wing. That's going to miss nothing but air and go out of bounds into what I'm assuming is the Tri-Valley student section, and out of bounds.
Not a bad student section over there. It's pretty full. Again, I mean, pretty much all sides except for maybe a Vermillion student section. Pretty much filled up here. You're talking, Cole, about those rosters and those rotations a little bit. It's kind of the opposite of what we see out of Vermillion. We mainly see the big three, of course, from them. They don't necessarily go too deep into their bench, so interesting dynamic to see play out tonight.
Casey Hansen missed 3 ball, and Davey with the rebound. Quickly up ahead. Shot by Heavey is going to be swatted away. Roovers up ahead. Hansen off the glass and good for 2. First 2 points for Casey Hansen in the ball game. First assist for Roovers. 6-1 quickly the other way. Lay-in is up and good for Maddie Wenzel. First bucket for her in the ball game, and that gets the crowd a little bit up and going. A crowd that is still filling in for the Tri-Valley Mustangs.
Yeah, very important bucket there. I mean, talk about momentum. It's tough to come back when it's your opening night and all of a sudden you fall behind early to a very, very good Vermillion Tanagers team. So, really nice bucket there at a good time.
Long 2 and high, arcing that time by Danica Fluth, and that one falls. And quickly it is 6-5 as the scoreboard says 6-6. I believe that was a 2. There we go. Now back to 6-5 halfway through quarter number one. Wallen, Jensen 15-footer, and she lost it, and a travel is called. Turnover and possession to Tri-Valley, and here come the substitutions. Lexi Hansen back in, and Amara Thomas is in for the first time for the Vermillion Tanagers. Cadence Davey as well as Abigail Wagner are in for the Tri-Valley Mustangs. So far, Vermillion has used what is typically the extent of their bench for a varsity ball game. Tri-Valley still has 3 more subs they like to get to in their main rotation. Roovers with a steal, and she is fouled. So good job there by Taylor Roovers, and possession will go back to Vermillion.
Yeah, one of those things that Roovers does really well. I mean, does the little things right, able to create some turnovers. Again, got the nickname from Heath Nimke, the Mighty Mouse, and really, really nice steal there up front.
In a very high 1-3-1 being played by the Mustangs. 10-foot floater is off the mark for Jensen, but an offensive rebound by Thomas. She'll kick out. Hansen for 3. That's off back iron, no. And Lexi Hansen with the offensive rebound. A lot of rebounds offensively for Vermillion here in this game. That is number 3 already. Roovers, long left wing 3. Got it to go for Taylor Roovers. First 3 points for her, and now a timeout called by head coach Sam Williams. A 30-second timeout. We'll take it with him. Back to the new Tri-Valley High School in 30 seconds.
Birds like tanagers are great at flying out of the way to miss your car. Deer and other drivers are not. If you're in any kind of accident, bring your vehicle to Blaine's Body Shop in Vermillion. We repair your vehicle to pre-accident condition and handle the entire process from start to finish, including an accurate estimate and dealing with the insurance adjuster. So good luck to the tanagers, and if you're in an accident, bring your vehicle to
Blaine's Body Shop. Blaine's Body Shop. Automotive collision repair.
Hey kids, it's never too early to start planning for your future. Did you know Masaba
Welcome back to the Vermillion Booster Club Press Box, proud supporters of all Tanager athletics and the student athlete.
Welcome back inside the new Tri-Valley High School. I'm Cole Larsch alongside me, Spencer Buley. We've got you covered not only this game as well as the next one here in Colton, South Dakota, as the Tanagers travel for a DAC-12 conference clash. Tanagers and Mustangs. Mustangs will throw it in right in front of their own bench after a little trouble trying to get it in. Now Vermillion will drop into a 1-2-2 3-quarter court trap on the defensive side of things, and Tri-Valley is able to get out of it. Cadence Davey in the corner tries skipping it over to Haley Sorensen, and it's stolen away by Lexi Hansen. Jensen up ahead off the drive. Lay-in is no good. But Jensen is fouled, and she'll go to the free throw line to shoot 2.
One of the things that you and I talked about, Cole, a little bit was turnovers. Going to be important in this game. You've already mentioned Vermillion's ability on the offensive side to get offensive rebounds and created a couple of key turnovers as well. Right now they're definitely doing the little things right in comparison to Tri-Valley.
Maddie Evie, that's her second personal, so she will check out. And Jaden McMillan, the 5'3" junior guard, will check in again. So now 4 players off the bench so far for Tri-Valley. First free throw was no good by Jensen, and the second one is good. 1 for 2 for Jensen. Comes into the game a 68% free throw shooter. 7-5, 2:45 to go here in the first quarter. Long 2 by Cadence Davey is off the mark, but Haley Sorensen with the offensive rebound. She gets it back left wing for 3. Got it to go. Haley Sorensen with the quick 3. And Tanagers now lead cut back into 2, 10-8. Hansen tries skying a pass to Roovers. Had it knocked away, but Roovers got it back. Inside to Thomas. Bullet pass. Jensen, 8-footer is good. 7 points now for Brooke Jensen, back up to a 4-point game. 12-8, and now quickly off the lob pass, a steal by Roovers, her second of the ball game. Tries getting up ahead to Jensen, and pass is too strong, out of bounds.
Yeah, the one thing that's not going to work against a really good defense, both sides really, is the long passes that are floated up in the air, the skip passes. Those are going to get picked off because all of the players on the court are very athletic, they're very fast, they're very smart, and they're going to be anticipating those mistakes for passes, and it's going to lead to a lot of turnovers if they're not careful.
Sorensen over to McMillan on the right side. Long, high pass back to Sorensen, just like you said. Into the wing, Davey all the way back up and around to McMillan in the corner, guarded by Roovers. Bounce pass underneath, lay-in is good off the glass. That time by Abigail Wagner. Good pass by Davey. Casey Hansen got kind of stuck there on the block, and it's back to a 2-point game, 12-10, minute and a half to go in quarter number 1. Roovers looking inside Lexi Hansen. That pass too tall, and turnover, possession to the Mustangs. Like you said, Spencer, you want to try to keep track of turnovers here in the ball game?
I wanted to, and I got too much on my hands.
Well, and there's been quite a few of them here in the
quarter, and then just add a few mentally to whatever numbers we come up with there.
Well, so far, the pace this one's going at, going to need to add more than a few. Sorensen to Davey on the wing. Skip pass out, and no, she drug her back foot. Travel called, and possession back to the Vermillion Tanagers. As number 32, Emery Pearson, the 5'10 senior center, will check in. So now 5 off the bench for Tri-Valley, as well as Maddie Wenzel check back in for the Mustangs. Halverson and Wallen back in. Hansen and Thomas out for Vermillion. 60 seconds to play here in quarter number 1. Thanks for tuning in. Vermillion Tanagers Live, part of the Live Ticket TV family. Live Ticket TV broadcasting the Midwest Miracles Classic tomorrow in Hurley. Myself and Spencer Buley be on the call for quite a few of them, including the Vermillion boys game against Pine Ridge. Sorensen with the quick steal. Tri-Valley back up ahead. The ball is loose, and it's out of bounds. Last touched by the Mustangs. Possession back to Vermillion. 12-10, 34.9 to go here in quarter number 1. That means the shot clock is off for the Vermillion Tanagers. Again, very high 1-3-1 zone. Roovers with 22 will just dribble it back and forth. Trying to run down the clock a little bit now with 13. She'll fake a move. Now she's got it with 10. Long pass over Hansen. Hansen in the corner, Wallen. Wallen long skip past Halverson underneath, and Halverson is going to be fouled, and that is just the third team foul on Tri-Valley, so no free throws will be shot. Sorensen's first personal, again the third team foul. Halverson to throw it in. They're going to quadruple team the inbounder. Pass into Roovers. Hansen, top of the key, 3, no good. And that is how the first quarter will end. The Vermillion Tanagers 12, the Tri-Valley Mustangs 10. We're going to step aside, back with second quarter action when we come back on Vermillion Tanagers Live Ticket TV.
And tuition assistance. They are committed to your success, offering engineering, drafting, and welding opportunities, plus scholarships, job shadowing, and mentorship programs. Learn more at masabainc.com/careers. When I grow up, I want to work at Masaba.
Masaba Manufacturing. Unlock your future and rock with us.
Midwest Ready Mix and Equipment is your locally owned and operated ready mix company. Their specialty, 6x6 front discharge mixer trucks that allows for better placement of concrete and ease of use. Midwest Ready Mix and Equipment offers the highest quality of concrete products and aggregates, and also a full-service dealer for low-gun equipment featuring telehandlers, excavators, and ASV track skid loaders for purchase or rent. Midwest Ready Mix and Equipment, East Highway 50, Vermillion.
Welcome back to the Vermillion Booster Club Press Box, proud supporters of all Tanager athletics and the student athlete.
Welcome back. Brand new Tri-Valley High School here in Colton, South Dakota, officially if you look at the address. And here inside this new gymnasium, it's being broken into by a doozy. 12-10 to go. 12-10 your score. Start the end of the first quarter. Spencer Buley, I turn it over to you, my producer, color man, and cameraman. A lot of turnovers in that first quarter. Both squads need to kind of clean it up.
That's about all I was going to say. It was a lot of turnovers. Again, it was both sides, really. It wasn't necessarily lopsided for either team. I felt like maybe Vermillion created a couple more in that first quarter, but again, we talked about it. It was going to be a defensive battle, and that's the way it's unfolding here. I don't think we're going to see a 30-point ball game by any means, but I do think it's going to be a little bit lower scoring than what these teams are traditionally used to.
Roovers tries to skip pass underneath, and it goes off the bottom of the rim. So, once again, turnover and possession back to Tri-Valley. I'll keep them for you here, Spencer.
I was about to do it.
Just going to have to remind me maybe a couple times. 30 seconds through. Tri-Valley barely gets it across with a floater pass. Sorensen kicks out, long three, Maddie Heavey. Wow, what a three by her. I mean, a long one. Comes in again, a 47% three-point shooter, and Tri-Valley's got their first lead, 13-12. Hansen stuck on the left wing. Wall again on the right side. Again, if the scoreboard clock on our scoreboard goes out, that means that they're doing something funky with their new video board here inside Tri-Valley High School, so apologize for that in advance, but we will get it up back and rolling. 2 turnovers here for Vermillion in quarter number 2, and now 1 for Tri-Valley.
Yeah, we're on top of it now, Cole. They're not getting around us.
2 starters, number 3, Izzy Davey, number 30, Danica Fluth will check in for the Mustangs. 6:45 to go here in quarter number 2. Roovers will dribble across the Mustang logo. Wallen right side, trying to look in, and pass stolen away by Maddie Heavey. Another turnover by Vermillion. That's number 3 here in the quarter. Heavey kicks over to Fluth on the left side. Fluth skip pass to Wenzel underneath. She tries skipping it over. And another turnover stolen away by Maya Halverson.
Yeah, 5 turnovers just over a minute and a half into this quarter. I mean, it is like more than half of the possessions so far, at least. And here we're going to get another one. I mean, more than half of the – it's more than a 50% chance each time a team is holding the ball that it's going to be a turnover.
Tri-Valley comes into this ball game on average for them 15 turnovers a ball game. Quick 3 is good for Tri-Valley. That one was.
Ooh, good question,
I was
Cole.
looking down at my stats, so I was trying to get the
It was long.
Turnover, and Jensen inside. She now has 9 points in the ball game for her. It is 16-14. I believe they're going to credit that one, yes. Maddie Heavey again. And now a foul underneath going to be called on the Vermillion Tanagers. For Vermillion, they've forced their opponents into 95 turnovers this season. They themselves have had 62. So just about 12 turnovers a ball game compared to 15 for Tri-Valley coming in. I have a feeling that we've just about eclipsed that mark here inside the brand new Tri-Valley High School. Quick 3, Danica Fluth, off back iron and no good. Offensive rebound by Izzy Davey. Fluth has it back on the left side. Davey right wing, 3-ball Maddie Wenzel. Going to miss everything off of somebody's forehead and out of bounds. They're going to say last touch by Tri-Valley.
I believe it was off of Fluth.
Fluth.
Sorry, I'm reading that upside down.
You were reading upside down again. Did not print Spencer Buley a stat sheet today.
Yeah, so
but I printed him about 40 of them for tomorrow. So there you go, Spencer. You're welcome.
If I'm screwing up names, I apologize.
Jensen inside. She's going to be fouled, and Brooke Jensen will go to the free throw line to shoot 2 free throws off the inbound pass of Casey Hansen. Maddie Wenzel, first personal foul and the first team foul of the quarter. Jensen, again, 9 points for her on the night. 68% free throw shooter. She's 1 for 2, now 1 for 3 so far in the night. And now Haley Sorensen will check back in again. She's Tri-Valley's leading scorer so far this season, and she is the 6th man off the bench. Second one is good by Brooke Jensen. Double figures now for her, 10 points. First player in double figures. And it's still a 1-point lead for the Mustangs, 16-15. Fluth lost it. Heavey picks it up, and the ball is still loose, and now we're going to get a jump ball called. So possession will stay, so not a turnover. Oh, not a turnover for Tri-Valley. Fluth to throw it in. Sorensen right wing. Lob pass Heavey into the corner. Fluth for 3. Got it. 5 points now for her in the ball game, and we're up to a 4-point lead for Tri-Valley. 19-15 your score, 4.5 to go here in the second quarter. Hansen looks inside to Jensen. That pass tipped out of bounds. That time by Haley Sorensen. Now Amara Thomas will check in for the Vermillion Tanagers. Vermillion, Spencer, just cannot quite seem to find their groove offensively.
Yeah, nobody really looking to attack the basket. That's what I've noticed. Everybody up top and around the perimeter, it seems like first instinct is to pass to the other side. There's not really a whole lot of movement that indicates players are looking to actually attack the hoop and score as threats right now.
After the 5th turnover of the quarter for Vermillion, John Brooks will take a full timeout. We're going to take one with him back to Tri-Valley High School in 60 seconds.
CoreCares helps individuals stay at home by offering caregiving, nursing, and medical alert systems in over 55 communities in South Dakota. Specializing in tasks like bathing, meal prep, and medication setups, our well-trained staff delivers exceptional care. We invest in our team through customized training and comprehensive benefits. To learn more about job opportunities or services, visit our website at corecares.com. CoreCares, proudly serving our community.
Jensen Kennels is your safe place to take your dog while you're away. They have over 7,000 square feet of indoor run space and outdoor play yards. They pride themselves in providing enrichment both mentally and physically for all types of dogs. And speaking of size, Jensen Kennels can host any size of dog, from the smallest Boston Terrier to the largest Great Dane. To find out the full services Jensen Kennels offers, check out their website and Facebook pages. Next time you need your dog to stay in a safe, fun environment, make it Jensen's Kennels.
Welcome back to the Vermillion Booster Club Press Box, proud supporters of all Tanager athletics and the student athlete.
Welcome back, Vermillion Tanagers live ticket TV. Thanks for tuning in. Full coverage of tonight's doubleheader. I'm Cole Larsch. Alongside me is Spencer Buley out of the 5th timeout by the fifth turnover by the Vermillion Tanagers here in quarter number 2. John Brooks will take his first time out. He has 4 remaining. And Tri-Valley will bring it across the court. Heavey has it into the corner with Sorensen. Back out. Maddie Heavey, pump fake a 3. She'll drive, kick out to Sorensen. Sorensen drives middle, 10-foot floater off back iron and no good. And the rebound is controlled by Casey Hansen. First quality defensive stop we've seen by the Tanagers in quite some time. Roovers into the corner. Hansen, she'll take the 3. That's off the iron and no good. Lexi Hansen will save the offensive rebound. Inside, Thomas, her shot's off the mark and no, and the rebound is controlled by Maddie Wenzel. That's her 3rd rebound. Quickly the other way. 3, Izzy Davey. Going to be too strong, no good. Taylor Roovers with her first rebound of the ball game. Up ahead to Jensen. Jensen tries making the one extra pass to Casey Hansen that was double-teamed. And it's tipped and goes out of bounds. Emery Jones, number 5, the 5'9 sophomore forward, will check in. So now Tri-Valley and head coach Sam Williams has used the extent of what he normally uses on his bench, which is 6 players. Quick pass inside Jensen. Little floater is good for her. 12 points for Brooke Jensen out of the Vermillion 17. It is 19-17 Tri-Valley. Sorensen count the bucket and the foul from deep. What a play.
Should have put a replay on. Cole, I'd love to get a replay of that, but...
Well, yeah, you're right. That's on me.
I didn't quite see the foul. Where was it?
Oh, Amara Thomas got her pretty good from behind.
I see now.
First foul on Thomas, the second team foul, and the free throw is good by Haley Sorensen. 7 points now for her. She is Tri-Valley's leading scorer.
That's been the difference. I mean, it's been the 3 ball, and now you see Taylor Roovers trying to respond for Vermillion. But, I mean, it's been a pretty similar ball game so far. I mean, obviously, Vermillion's turned the ball over more than Tri-Valley has in the second quarter, but Tri-Valley's just connected on most of their 3-point attempts here in the second quarter.
Tri-Valley has 5 shots that have gone in from deep. Vermillion, just 1. That's how we get to our 23-17 score. 2:59 to go here in quarter number 2. Hansen tries getting inside, stolen away by Abigail Wagner, the 6th Tanager turnover here in quarter number 2. Sorensen, lob pass, Heavey. Skip pass underneath. Emery Jones, and the lay-in is no good, but she's fouled from behind, and Emery Jones will go to the free throw line to shoot 2. First personal foul, Lexi Hansen, and the second team foul, the third. First free throw is in and out, no good for Emery Jones. Second free throw. And now, no, we're going to get a... Is it a foul or a lane violation?
Lane violation.
Okay, there we go.
I believe.
I was going to say, I didn't think it was a foul, so the free throw will be negated. And we still sit 23-17, 2:40 to go here in quarter number 2. Roovers kicks inside to Jensen. Jensen spins. Back out, Casey Hansen, right wing. Hansen tries getting it back out to Jensen. Tipped around, but controlled by Vermillion. Roovers, left wing. She'll drive left now. A whistle and a foul going to be called. Jaden McMillan, her first personal and the second team foul here in quarter number 2. Still a 6-point ball game. Fresh shot clock now for the Vermillion Tanagers. Hansen in the corner to Hansen, inside to Halverson. Halverson double team, now triple team. Back out Lexi Hansen. Tries getting to the top of the key, and it's tipped and stolen away. Haley Sorensen. 7 turnovers in the quarter for the Vermillion Tanagers. McMillan guarded by Roovers. Shot up and no good, partially blocked. Jensen with the rebound. Roovers kicks in the corner. Casey Hansen for 3. That's off the mark and no. Rebound will be picked up by Emery Jones in the far corner. So quick threes and a lot of quick misses for the Vermillion Tanagers. 105 ticks to go here in the first half.
Yeah, it seems like some of them are starting to be a little bit forced. Well, seeing a lot less patience on the offensive end of Vermillion. It's a time where you're only down by 6. It may feel like a little bit more just because of the way that Tri-Valley has been connecting on some of these three-pointers, but you're only down a couple of possessions. Stay calm on offense, have good possessions, start chipping back away at this lead.
97 seconds to go here in quarter number 2. John Brooks yelling out some offensive instructions for his Tanagers squad. Roovers, Hansen, top of the key, tries getting inside to Jensen, and it's tapped around and will be saved by Halverson. Kicks out Casey Hansen for 3. Got it to go. First 3 ball of the game for Casey Hansen. 5 points for her, and now back to a one-possession game, 23-20 in favor of the Mustangs. Sorensen drives left. Her lay-in is off the glass and good for 2. Haley Sorensen, 9 points for her in the ball game, 25-20. Hansen, right wing, looking inside to Halverson. Pass knocked around, and Halverson still got it on the block. Triple teamed. She'll try to pass it back out, and it's controlled by Roovers near half court. Roovers the Jensen free throw line. Jensen spins. 10-footer will be off back iron, no good. Rebound will be controlled by Haley Sorensen of Tri-Valley. Second rebound for her. 8 seconds separate shot clock and game clock for the Mustangs. Sorensen and McMillan on the left wing. Cadence Davey back in there. She's got it. She'll kick out to Sorensen, right wing. Sorensen drive middle. Left-handed lay-in is good for Haley Sorensen. Now at her season average 11 points, 27-20. And the shot clock is off here in quarter number 2.
That's a high-level shot there from Haley Sorensen. That is very difficult going with your offhand on that shot.
Roovers, she drives left, contact, and a blocking foul going to be called. So Taylor Roovers will go to the free throw line to shoot a pair of free throws. Cadence Davey, first personal, and the third team foul. Leslie Sperlich going to explain it to Sam Williams. A lot of contact in there. Probably Davey wasn't quite set. First free throw for Taylor Roovers is good. Now 4 points for her in the ball game. Roovers coming in the season, 81.8% free throw shooter. Lexi Hansen comes in. Casey Hansen will go off. Again, she has those 2 personal fouls. Second one is up. That one's going to be short and no good. Rebound to Davey. Kicks up ahead. All the way the other way. The lay-in by McMillan going to be no good, and the time had expired anyway. That is how the first half will end. The Tri-Valley Mustangs 27, the Vermillion Tanagers 21. We're going to step aside when we come back. First half stats and analysis. That's all on your way next. You're watching Tanager basketball on Vermillion Tanagers Live Ticket TV.
Fentanyl is a powerful synthetic opioid, up to 100 times stronger than morphine. Even a tiny amount can be deadly. It's often mixed with other drugs without your knowledge, increasing your risk of overdose. Protect yourself and your loved ones and avoid unknown substances. Stay informed, stay safe, and remember, one pill can kill. For more information on fentanyl prevention, visit your local health resource or speak to a healthcare professional today. This message was brought to you by the Great Plains Tribal Opioid Response, so that the people may live.
The innocence of youth. Is there anything any better? But soon they'll be in high school and facing all the same challenges you faced. How to make friends, how to fit in, how to be cool. We want our children to have everything they'll need to live fulfilling and productive lives. Make sure the kids in your family are among the more than 57,000 participants here in South Dakota who take part in high school sports or activities.
Attention producers, the new year is upon us, and that means it's time to update your display and controller software, which is crucial for optimizing performance and profits. Contact the professionals at Grossenberg Implement today so you can make the most of the enhanced features and farming tools that are currently available. Optimize your efficiency, productivity, and connectivity options with a software update at Grossenberg Implement. Visit one of our 9 locations or go to grossenberg.com for more information. Grossenberg Implement, where service is the other half of a great product.
Do you have a pest problem? Got bats, ants, termites? Family owned and operated, Olson's Pest Technicians have had over 50 years experience taking care of pest problems in places across South Dakota, Nebraska, and Iowa. Utilizing brilliant methods such as Centricon bait stations for termites and Vicane treatment for bed bugs, there's no pest too tough for Olson's Pest Technicians. If you have pest problems, call 800-KILL-BUGS.
Insurance rates are on the rise, and now more than ever, every penny counts. With me, John Brooks at DFS Insurance, we can look over your coverages and find the right insurance carrier to help you keep your costs down. At DFS Insurance, I'm an independent agent, which allows me to offer a variety of different carriers to fit your needs. When you're ready for your free, no obligation quote, give me a call, and we'll get you on the path to the best and most affordable insurance you need with Dakota Financial Services.
Welcome to Dakota PC Warehouse, where our staff aren't just friendly, we're certified nerds with a side of tech genius. Prepare to be awed as we unleash a barrage of geeky charm and unbeatable deals on PCs and HD TVs. And our tech gurus, armed with determination and a questionable assortment of snacks, can fix just about anything. We love technology and making it work for you. Dakota PC Warehouse, because being a nerd is our superpower.
Welcome back to the Vermillion Booster Club Press Box, proud supporters of all Tanager athletics and the student athlete.
Welcome back to Vermillion Tanagers Live Ticket TV. Thanks for tuning in. Tanagers travel up to the new Tri-Valley High School for a doubleheader in NAC-12 action. Here in the first half of the girls' game, the Vermillion Tanagers trail the Tri-Valley Mustangs 27-21. Here's your stats as I have on my very official stat sheet. That's actually very much untrue. A lot of chicken scratches over here, Mr. Spencer Buley. 21 points for Vermillion. The leading scorer, Brooke Jensen, finished with 12 points and a rebound for her. Casey Hansman had 5, including 1 shot from deep. Taylor Roovers also had 4, including 1 shot from deep and 1 for 2 from the free throw line, and that rounds out the scoring. Other stats, Casey Hansen, a rebound and an assist for her. Maya Halverson with an assist and a steal. Alexis Hansen off the bench, 3 rebounds and a steal for her. Madigan Wallen with a steal as well. Amara Thomas, a rebound and an assist. They went 3 for 6 from the free throw line. They scored 12 in the first, 9 in the second, and according to our count up here in the broadcast area, 11 turnovers by the Vermillion Tanagers in that first half. For the Tri-Valley Mustangs, a little bit more balanced scoring overall, 27 points. Haley Sorensen led the way with 11 points, 2 rebounds, and 2 steals for her. Danica Fluth, she finished the half with 5. Maddie Heavey finished the half with 6 points, all from beyond the arc and all in that second quarter. Izzy Davey with a free throw and 2 rebounds as well as a steal. Cadence Davey with an assist. Maddie Wenzel, 2 points, 3 rebounds for her. And Abigail Wagner with a 2 and a steal for her in that first half. For Tri-Valley, 10 points in the first, 17 in the second quarter for their total of 27 points. 9 turnovers according to our official count up here in the booth. 11-9 the turnover battle, and the Vermillion trails Tri-Valley 27-21. As we're winding down the halftime clock, getting up some Papa shots here inside the brand new Tri-Valley High School, as well as playing a video on how Tri-Valley High School was founded. I turn it over to my producer, colorman, and cameraman, Spencer Buley. Spencer, I mean, you could say a tale of 2 quarters, but neither quarter did the Tanagers play exceptionally well, and there's a lot of turnovers there in that first half.
No, and I mean, I wouldn't necessarily say that either team was playing exceptionally well to their standard. I mean, even Tri-Valley, you look at their turnovers as well. It's been a little bit of a rough ball game in that aspect. I mean, Tri-Valley shot the 3 ball very well in that second quarter, and that was obviously the difference. They're out to a 6-point lead, but I think for Vermillion, you know, it comes down to cleaning up the turnovers first and foremost. But the other thing I'd like to see the Tanagers do a little bit better is finishing around the hoop. And I've seen some reactions from John Brooks that kind of indicate that, you know, he's expecting a player like Brooke Jensen, when she gets those and one opportunities, to start converting some of those. She shot the ball very well tonight and has done her part in keeping this game very close. But as far as around the hoop, I think that John Brooks would maybe want his girls to start finishing through contact a little bit better and being a little bit stronger at the hoop. But overall, you got to start with eliminating some of those turnovers and playing cleaner and just a little bit more patient on the offensive end. Saw them get a little bit out of sorts once they fell behind to Tri-Valley. But for Tri-Valley, I mean, keep relying on the 3 ball if it works. I mean, if that's how you're going to win this game, it's how you're going to win this game.
We saw defensively for both teams. I mean, eventually they started both stepping into some zones. But for Tri-Valley, especially with their long arms, they dropped into that really tall 1-3-1 zone with the main point playing just about at half court and the other 3 playing at the top of the key. I mean, that really affected Vermillion on the offensive end. They couldn't get any passes to fall. Do you expect, I mean, any defensive changes from Tri-Valley, or do they try to stick with that until Vermillion starts to break it?
No, I think Tri-Valley is going to probably stay in the same defense. I mean, it works to force 7 turnovers there in the second quarter. They're collapsing really hard once the ball gets inside. They're playing very spread out like that. I think for Vermillion offensively, it's opening up a lot of 3-point shots, and I think that, you know, players like Casey Hansen may need to step up and start knocking down some of those threes if they want to get back to leading this ball game. But defensively, I think Tri-Valley stays about the same. I think Vermillion maybe ups the intensity and the aggressiveness, kind of back to where they were in that first quarter when they were forcing more turnovers than they were committing. But I think Tri-Valley stays about the same when they come out.
2 minutes to go here in the halftime warm-ups. Both teams are out. Their speeches are done, and they are all shooting hoops. Get you some scores from around the state of South Dakota. As you can see them on the bottom scroller on your screen, thanks to our partnership with SD's Score Feed. Number 3, Parkston leads Winter 46-25. 2 minutes to go in the third quarter there. Number 3, Hamlin leads Castlewood 35-10 at the half. Canton leads Esteline Hendricks 32-19 at the half. Ethan leads Scotland Menno 34-14 at the half as well. Bridgewater Emory and Bonham are tied at 25. And Dakota Valley leads Cedar Catholic of Nebraska 37-19. End of the first half there. Got a minute 20 left to go. That wraps up our halftime show. We're going to step aside when we come back. It is second half action inside the brand new Tri-Valley High School that is on the way next. You're watching Tanager basketball on Vermillion Tanagers Live Ticket TV.
When the world feels big, a small note can mean everything. Find mental health support at sdbehavioralhealth.gov.
For healthier crops and stronger yields, count on Nutrien Ag Solutions. By partnering with the leader in plant nutrition, you'll have access to innovative products and unmatched service. that deliver impact and efficiency to every acre. Healthier crops, happier growers. Lead the field this season and beyond. Find your local crop consultant at nutrienagsolutions.com.
Welcome back to the Vermillion Booster Club Press Box, proud supporters of all Tanager athletics and the student athlete.
Welcome back inside the brand new Tri-Valley High School here in middle of nowhere, Colton, South Dakota. I mean that as I can say that as I am also from the middle of nowhere. Spencer can attest to that. Thanks for tuning in. And I'm Larsch, Spencer Buley alongside me, my producer, color man, and cameraman extraordinaire. As we start the second half, Vermillion and Tri-Valley will also start with their starting five. Halverson has it at the right block, lobs it up to Taylor Roovers. Inside Wallen off the glass. That one's no good. Rebound fought for, controlled by Maya Halverson. And a jump ball. Possession to Tri-Valley. And again, officially in the stat book, first turnover of the third quarter for the Vermillion Tanagers. They're now up to 13.
Yeah, not necessarily starting off on the right foot there, but I will point out it's a good offensive rebound. It didn't result in any points, and it results in a turnover, but starting your offensive possessions off with an offensive board gets you some confidence shooting the ball a little bit.
Jensen, her quick shot is off the mark, but an offensive rebound again by Madigan Wallen. So Wallen and Halverson doing a good job on the glass. Halverson lay-in is good out of the assist of Brooke Jensen. Back to a 4-point ball game, 27-23. A minute gone here in quarter number 3.
That was a great find by Jensen and a great job of firing the pass to get it there and not relying on that deep lob.
Fluth, Davey, she drives in. Vogt has it on the right wing and poked away by Brooke Jensen. Jensen coast to coast, left-handed lay-in, no. Offensive rebound controlled by Taylor Roovers. Roovers looks inside. That one's going to be just about intercepted, but it's going to go out of bounds off of Vogt. Possession will stay with the Vermillion Tanagers.
Yeah, that's one of those opportunities that I think Brooke Jensen's going to want back, and it's one that I think that she might need to start finishing here in this ball game if she wants to lead this Vermillion team to a victory here tonight. It's a good look, though.
Halverson throws it into Roovers, and Roovers steps out of bounds. The second turnover for Vermillion here in quarter number 3. Again, 4 in the first, 7 in the second, now 2 already here in quarter number 3. 27-23 in favor of the Tri-Valley Mustangs. For the Mustangs, Peyton Vogt, right wing 3. That one's off the mark and no. Rebound will go out of bounds. Possession to the Vermillion Tanagers. So both squads, minute and a half into quarter number 3, offensively looking a little bit shaky here in this brand new gym. Roovers, pressured at the 10-foot volleyball line. Hansen tries passing inside to Halverson. It's lost away, and now we're going to get a foul going to be called on Vermillion. So a steal by Danica Fluth. Another turnover for Vermillion, and possession will go back to the Mustangs.
Yeah, the turnovers here are very reminiscent of that second quarter of play for Vermillion. Not exactly the way they want to start this one off. Still lots of room. That's the bright side, really, is that they're only trailing by 4 despite the amount of turnovers that they've committed.
2 minutes into the third quarter, pull-up 3 ball is off the mark for Heavey, but an offensive rebound going to be controlled by Maddie Wenzel. So Heavey will get it back, and a fresh shot clock for the Tri-Valley Mustangs. Heavey to Sorensen. Sorensen, she's tripped up and lost it for a moment. But Tri-Valley will retain possession on the right wing. Fluth, and now Fluth is going to be fouled by Brooke Jensen. Second personal and the second team foul.
Yeah, other than that foul, I mean, I don't mind the foul from Brooke Jensen. I mean, it's just aggressive defense that Vermillion is playing, but they've defended very well this possession.
Heavey to Sorensen, right wing 3 ball, going to be off the mark and no. Jensen with the rebound for the Vermillion Tanagers. 2 rebounds for her now. Roovers, right wing lob pass to Casey Hansen. She'll take the right wing 3. That's going to miss just about everything. Izzy Davey with the rebound. And she had it poked away by Roovers at the scorer's table, but possession will stay with the Tri-Valley Mustangs. Sorensen throws it in. Heavey crosses the Mustang logo at center court. Sorensen left wing, Fluth in the corner. She'll now dribble to the top of the key. Contact. Blocking foul going to be called on the Vermillion Tanagers. First personal on Wallen, the third team foul, not even 3 minutes in to the third quarter. Another fresh shot clock for the Tri-Valley Mustangs, looking for their first points here in this third quarter. Sorensen, Fluth, she'll drive, contact, and now another blocking foul going to be called on the Vermillion Tanagers. A lot of contact there at the free throw line. Second personal on Madigan Wallen, the fourth team foul. So now with 4:58 to go in the third, every foul on Vermillion will be 2 free throws for the Tri-Valley Mustangs.
And a couple of the fouls starting to seem a little bit more like mental mistakes as opposed to a strong, aggressive defense. Got to clean these things up if you're Vermillion.
Heavey drives in. Her floater is going to be off the mark and no. Rebound to Jensen. Over to Roofer. She will cross the midcourt stripe. Hansen bounce pass. Jensen, right wing three, going to miss everything. Much to the liking of the Tri-Valley student section.
Yeah, they've got the momentum. I mean, there's no doubt there's definitely a strong sense of urgency in Vermillion right now. As opposed to Tri-Valley, they're playing comfortable. They've got all the momentum in this gym right now.
4.5 to go. We've seen 2 points here in the third quarter, all by the Vermillion Tanagers. Sorensen, Fluth, she lost it, stolen away by Madigan Wallen. Second turnover by Tri-Valley here in the quarter. Vermillion trying to get something going offensively, try to get their crowd back into it. Jensen inside. Her 8-footer's going to be off the mark and no, but Jensen's fouled and go to the free throw line to shoot 2. Danica Fluth, the first personal, first team foul for the Mustangs.
Free throws are going to become important for Vermillion as well, especially as Tri-Valley enters into the bonus.
Jensen 2 for 4, now 3 for 5. As in for Tri-Valley, Cadence Davey and Abigail Wagner will check in.
You know, again, Cole mentioned that the momentum feels like it's all with Tri-Valley. This quarter has actually favored Vermillion. I mean, scoring-wise, this quarter has been Vermillion's quarter. It doesn't seem that way just based off of the amount of fouls that have been committed and, of course, Tri-Valley being in the bonus, but they're only down by 1 possession now.
And 3-0 right now is your quarter score in favor of the Vermillion Tanagers.
Yeah, it hasn't been very clean from Tri-Valley, especially not on the offensive end. They're still searching for their first bucket.
On that last rebound, Maya Halverson rebounding foul, her second personal, and the 5th team foul. First free throw for Sorensen is off the mark. Lexi Hansen, Amara Thomas will check in. Halverson and Roovers will go out. 67% free throw shooter on the season up to this point for Sorensen. The second one is good. First points for Tri-Valley here in the second half. Sorensen now has 12. She is their leading scorer. We're back up to a 4-point game, 28-24. Casey Hansen, right wing. Skip past the Roovers. She'll drive baseline. 12-footer is off the mark and no. Fight for the offensive rebound. Jensen has it. Her putback. Count the bucket and the foul on the offensive rebound by Brooke Jensen.
That's what they needed. That's a perfect job by Brooke Jensen, using her size, finishing strong at the rim, getting an and one opportunity here. But that's what I think John Brooks has been really looking for and wasn't quite there in that first half.
Third personal foul on Maddie Heavey. She will go out. So now 1 shot for Jensen. 3 of 6 from the free throw line tonight. Make that 4 of 7. 16 points now for her. Tanagers are 5 of 9 from the free throw line. 1-point ball game, 28-27. Sorensen, top of the key. Had it poked away momentarily, and now Roovers got it. Ball is still loose. Jump ball, possession to Vermillion, so an official steal for Brooke Jensen and an official turnover for Tri-Valley, now their third of the third quarter.
Yeah, that's just Brooke Jensen stepping up. I mean, you come off a 3-point play, you convert the and one opportunity, immediately go down get a steal. That's the type of veteran leadership that this team needs from her.
1 point lead for Tri-Valley, 28-27, 3:38 to go in the third quarter. Casey Hansen tries passing it to our official Chris Janish, and he steps out of the way. Fourth turnover now of the quarter for Vermillion, 28-27.
I think she thought Jensen was going to pop out, and Jensen just stayed down low.
Davey. Rowan Gakey, number 22, is now in the ball game for Tri-Valley. The 7th substitution that Tri-Valley has made in this ball game. Rovers to Hansen to Amara Thomas, and Thomas is fouled. 2 free throws upcoming for the 5'10 senior center. Second personal on Cadence Davey, and the 3rd team foul. Thomas on the season 1 of 4 from the free throw line. First one's off the back iron and no. So Tanagers left 5 points at the free throw line so far. So they are a 50%, 5 of 10. Second one's up. That one's going to be short and no good. Now 5 of 11. Izzy Davey with her 4th rebound of the ball game. Sorensen left wing. Handoff Emery Pearson. She'll spin left. Her lay-in through contact, no good. Rebound and a foul. So a rebound credited to Taylor Rovers. Foul on Emery Pearson. First personal and the 4th team foul. So for now, both sides of the court here. Not very clean basketball being played.
That's just the way it's been all game. I mean, it's been a little bit of a battle for both of these teams to try and get points on the board, to try and get a rhythm going, and we've seen so many turnovers, Cole. I think it goes back to these two teams being really solid on defense. I mean, we've seen some mental mistakes as well, but these are two really fast defenses that know how to create a lot of turnovers, and that's what we're seeing.
Again, your quarter score is 6-1 in favor of the Vermillion Tanagers. There's a rebounding foul called on Amara Thomas. Second personal. First free throw is up and good by, again, number 22, Rowan Gakey, a 5'9 freshman guard. First points of the ball game for her. 2-point lead, now a 3-point lead. And now head coach Sam Williams, he'll take a timeout with a 3-point lead, 30-27. It is a 60-second timeout. We're going to step aside and take it with him. Back to Colton, South Dakota in 60 seconds.
What's your...
Life can get pretty busy out there. Daily commutes, carpooling, and then there's that weekend getaway. Cenex is here to keep your vehicle fueled up for those long drives, your pantry stocked for those snack cravings, and the propane grill ready whenever you are. Things can move fast, but with your local Cenex, you can rest assured that everything on your list will get a check mark. All in a day's work, powered locally at Cenex.
Welcome back to the Vermillion Booster Club Press Box, proud supporters of all Tanager athletics and the student athlete.
Welcome back inside Tri-Valley High School, Colton, South Dakota. Thanks for tuning in. Vermillion Tanagers live ticket TV. I'm Cole Larsch alongside me, Spencer Buley. 30-27, the Mustangs lead the Tanagers. 2:40 to go here in quarter number 3. Errant pass once again by Casey Hansen. Spencer, what's our count on turnovers for the quarter? Pop quiz, and you failed. 5.
There's one behind.
I knew you had it. You were just running the camera, so I had to take advantage of you being busy over there. It's trapped in the corner, and now somebody's going to be out of bounds. They're going to say it was last touched by Tri-Valley and out of bounds. Dustin Sperlick and Chris Janish will talk about it.
Yeah, there's some confusion because right now Tri-Valley is inbounding the basketball.
And now they pointed the way that they were already standing, so Sorensen will not even move. I believe he might have said white and pointed towards Vermillion's direction. That's what I was looking at up here. And with the headphones on, can't quite hear him. Sorensen left wing picks up her dribble, elbow extended. Davy, Rowan Gakey drives left, lay in, good. Count the bucket and the foul for the freshman, Rowan Gakey.
Yeah, that was a really late whistle, but for sure a foul, no doubt. That was a really nice finish at the rim.
And you got the classic "She's a Freshman" chant by the Tri-Valley student section. I know when Emily Fox, now freshman guard at South Dakota State, was playing for us at Mount Vernon Plankington, we used the "She's a 7th grader" and "She's an 8th grader" chant a lot.
We got to watch that a little bit with Taylor Roovers for Vermillion. I don't know if we got that chant very often, though. I don't recall that being super common.
We might have gotten it a couple times. Again, yeah, it was hard to remember. But Roovers, she'll pass inside to Thomas, blocked away. Shot blocked by Davy. Now a travel going to be called. So we'll officially in the book a turnover both ways on the block as well as the travel called. So with 2:04 to go, 6-point lead for Tri-Valley, 33-27. Halverson and Wallen will check in. Thomas and Lexi Hansen will check out. Halverson lob pass into Jensen. She's quickly double teamed and it's poked away. Stolen away by Maddie Wenzel. 7th turnover by the Tanagers, and now an offensive foul going to be called on Tri-Valley. Roovers stood in there and she took the contact and fell.
Didn't get the name Mighty Mouse for nothing. It's not just Mouse, she's mighty. It's a great charge taken by Taylor Roovers.
As he put up the numbers 21. Tri-Valley doesn't have a 21, but it's going to go on number 12, Maddie Wenzel. Unless I just looked at them backwards, that's probably what happened. So now both teams in the bonus, but we do not shoot free throws for offensive fouls. Inside Jensen, off the glass, no good. Offensive rebound and a whistle before her putback shot, but she's going to go to the free throw line anyway. Very ugly, low-scoring third quarter. I'll say it here first.
Yeah, it's been a struggle. I mean, we've talked about it before. It has been a struggle here in this third quarter for either team to put points on the board. Didn't think this one was going to end up in the 30s, maybe even the 40s. Expected a little bit closer to 50 points, but we'll see how the next quarter unfolds. I mean, it struggles at the free throw line as well, not just on the court. Neither team really able to finish around the rim either.
Second free throw was good. Tanager 6 of 13 from the free throw line. 5 of 9 for Brooke Jensen. Quickly now the ball tapped out of bounds. Last touched by Taylor Roovers. Izzy Davy will check in. Some foul trouble for Tri-Valley. Cadence Davy, she's got 3. Maddie Heavey, she also has 3 as well. For Vermillion, Hansen, Halverson, Hansen, Wallen, Jensen, Thomas all have 2. Only player that does not have a foul for Vermillion that has gone in is Taylor Roovers. Pass inside, blocked away by Halverson, and she's going to step out of bounds. No, they're going to say last touched by Izzy Davy. So Halverson with the block. 5th turnover by Tri-Valley there in that quarter. So with 83 seconds to go, 5-point game, 33-28. Wallen looks inside to Jensen. Bounce tapped out of bounds. Good defense there by Maddie Wenzel of the Mustangs. 1:11 to go here in the third quarter. And also a very slow-moving quarter. Boys game scheduled to tip off at 8 o'clock. Not going to make that one. I will ruin the surprise for you myself. And now a rebounding foul. Jaden McMillan's going to go to the free throw line to shoot 2. They're going to call it on Halverson. 3rd personal all in this quarter. That is now the 8th team foul, if we were still keeping track the old-fashioned way. McMillan, first free throw off the side of the iron and no. Has not shot a free throw up to that point in the season. Tri-Valley now 2 of 5. And would be 3 of 6, but a free throw early in that first quarter was negated due to a lane violation. Second one also off the mark and no good. Jensen with her 6th rebound. 1 minute to play here in quarter number 3. Jensen has it on the right wing. Hansen left wing. She'll drive baseline. Swings it over. Jensen inside. Off back iron and no good. Offensive rebound falls into Wallen's lap. Long 3 Roovers. That's off the side of the iron and no good. Out of bounds. And possession back to Tri-Valley.
You can't buy a bucket right now for the Tanagers. I mean, especially you can't buy 2 buckets in a row, because that's just the story of the third quarter is neither team can put 2 possessions together and come away with points on both of them while making a stop. That's why this lead has stayed about the same the entire third quarter.
Third quarter scoring for Vermillion, 7 points. For Tri-Valley, 6 points. With 37.6 to go, a 30-second timeout called by head coach Sam Williams. Will take it with him back to Tri-Valley High School in 30 seconds.
Welcome back to the Vermillion Booster Club Press Box, proud supporters of all Tanager athletics and the student athlete.
Welcome back inside Tri-Valley High School, the brand new Tri-Valley High School here in Colton, South Dakota officially. 37.6 seconds to go here in quarter number 3. Tri-Valley will have it on the far side as we see it. Again, thanks for tuning in. Vermillion Tanagers live ticket TV. Haley Sorensen, quick 3 is off the mark. Rebound by Casey Hansen. Shot clock is off for the Tanagers. And building was just completed at the beginning of the school year. This is a high school only building, and the old school will be K through 8.
This is a big time possession here for Vermillion.
Roovers, right side, lobs it over to Casey Hansen. Right corner 3, off the iron and no good. Offensive rebound put back by Jensen, going to miss by quite a bit, but she was fouled. And Brooke Jensen will go to the free throw line to shoot 2 with 7.8.
Well, they've left some time on the clock.
Let's say as that's Haley Sorensen's second personal foul. As you look up, 7.8 to go in the third quarter. Maybe not a shot that John Brooks was looking for, and now
the lights, part of the lights just went out?
Yeah, but which ones? Because it looks like, the ones right by the logo. If somebody bumped the light switch and the AD hustled over there, got the light switch up again. Full house here in Tri-Valley High School, and more people in the standing room areas. Second free throw, that one's also good for Brooke Jensen. 19 points for her. Sorensen has it for the Mustangs. She crosses half court. Lobs it over. Izzy Davey, left wing 3, off back iron, no. That is how the third quarter will end. Mustangs 33, the Tanagers 30. We're going to step aside. When we come back, fourth quarter action from Colton, South Dakota. That's on the way next. Live Ticket TV.
This is what matters. This is beyond X's and O's. This is the difference mutual respect makes. This is what character looks like. This is what defines us in South Dakota. This is sportsmanship. School sports, it's not the outcome that matters most, but the way the games are played. This message presented by the South Dakota High School Activities Association and the South Dakota Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
In times like these, it's good to know there's a place where people know who you are, no matter how long you've been gone. A place where the smells of home cooking are still in the air, where a simple wave warms your heart, and sharing stories is just a way of life. It's good to be home. Agraria Insurance Company, protecting what's important in life. Contact your local Agraria Insurance Company agent.
Welcome back to the Vermillion Booster Club Press Box, proud supporters of all Tanager athletics and the student athlete.
Welcome back inside Tri-Valley High School as we start the second quarter. Vermillion Tanagers will start with the ball going right to left on your video screen in their road red uniforms. Casey Hansen, right corner three, rattles in and out, no good. Madigan Wallen with the offensive rebound, and she took one too many steps. Turnover and possession to Tri-Valley. Let's try to count these turnovers here. 4 in the first, 7 in the second, 7 in the third by my math, plus the one now. 19 turnovers for the Vermillion Tanagers here in the ball game.
And they're only down by 3. That's the incredible thing. This game is so gettable for the Vermillion Tanagers. I mean, 7.5 minutes left to play. We'll find out what they have in store, but they've scratched and clawed their way to stay tight in this ball game.
Shot up and no good by Abigail Wagner. But it's out of bounds. They're going to say last touch by the Vermillion Tanagers.
I mean, these types of games are going to happen, Cole. It's just a matter of, championship teams win these types of games. They figure out a way to walk out with a W. It's a big test of Vermillion.
Again, Vermillion had a game last year inside the Elman Center at Augustana. I believe it was against Laverne of Minnesota. And this was the final score, 33-30, I believe, in favor of Vermillion. Jensen gets the rebound, and she's going to be fouled, so another quick foul. Danica Fluth, second personal, first team foul of the quarter. Again, so far, Tri-Valley has scored 10 in the first, 17 in the second, 6 in the third for their 33. For Vermillion, 12 in the first, 9 in the second, 9 in the third. And 6 of those 9 points were very late in that third quarter. Roovers skip past to Wallen, left wing. Takes one dribble, now looks inside to Halverson. And it's batted around and out of bounds. They're going to say last touched by the Tri-Valley Mustangs. Almost another steal and a turnover. Keyword, almost.
This is a possession for Vermillion. I mean, they need points right here. They have got to get this thing within 1 or 2 points. This 3-point stretch has felt tough, and there it is.
Casey Hansen, second 3-ball of the ball game for her. Just like that, we are all tied up, 33 apiece. 6:45 to go in the third. Sorensen, she'll drive left. Now she'll back it back out, guarded by Wallen. And Sorensen, the leading scorer for the Mustangs, off the bench with 11. Her shot up and no good, but a foul going to be called. So Haley Sorensen will go to the free throw line. John Brooks puts his hands up like, where was that one? Third personal on Madigan Wallen.
Yeah, I mean, you got to give credit to the refs. They've stayed consistent this game. I mean, they've called it pretty tight, but they've called it that way for both teams.
First one for Sorensen will rattle in. Haley Sorensen, again, far and away the leading scorer for Tri-Valley. She has 13 points. Maddie Wenzel will check in for the Mustangs.
For Vermillion, you're hoping that Casey Hansen 3 kind of gets her rolling a little bit, because we mentioned earlier that Tri-Valley was going to shoot the 3. Casey Hansen was going to have to be the one to respond for Vermillion. Since then, Tri-Valley has struggled from beyond the arc, but a couple of threes from Casey Hansen would go a long way in this fourth quarter.
2-point ball game, 35-32 in 35-33, excuse me. And Madigan Wallen, the bank is open for her. First 3 points the ball game, and Vermillion with their first lead in as long as I can remember. It'll be a 60-second timeout by head coach John Brooks. We're going to step aside and take it with him. Back to Tri-Valley High School in 60 seconds.
Best Western Ramkota Hotel in Aberdeen is the place to stay for business or the weekend family getaway. You'll feel right at home with ample parking, spacious guest rooms, and complimentary breakfast. And with a convenient location, you'll have easy access to local attractions and events in the area. While staying at the Best Western Ramkota, guests can enjoy an indoor water play land, an on-site Minerva's restaurant, exercise facility, wedding services, and a business center. For friendly service and a great stay, make your reservation today.
Farming today requires constant adjustment, innovation, and the right seed, and you'll find that with Pioneer Seed at Dakota Seed and Services in Irene and Vermillion. With the most advanced technologies and local experts, Dakota Seed and Service share in your hard work on the farm, adapting to an ever-changing industry. When you need the right seed, protection, and service, make it Dakota Seed and Services in Irene and Vermillion.
Welcome back to the Vermillion Booster Club Press Box, proud supporters of all Tanager athletics and the student athlete.
Welcome inside brand new Tri-Valley High School here in Colton, South Dakota. Tanagers with a lead 36-35 off the Madigan Wallen three-pointer. 6:02 to go here in quarter number 4. And thanks for tuning in to Vermillion Tanager live ticket TV. I'm Cole Larsch, he's Spencer Buley, the brains behind the machine. I'm just the talking head. A long three. Wow. Wow. I mean, wow. Maddie Heavey from about 30 feet, and she drills it out of the timeout, and it's back to a 2-point lead for Tri-Valley, 38-36. Roovers, the 14-footer, she's going to get that one to fall. 6 points now for Taylor Roovers, and we're back all tied up, 38 apiece. Maybe both offenses woke up out of the timeout. Out of bounds, last touch by Tri-Valley. First turnover of the fourth quarter for them. That is their 15th of the games. That is right on their average for turnovers in a ball game. Again, Vermillion averages just under 12 a ball game, or excuse me, just over 12. And they've got 19. Casey Hansen, right corner three is off the mark. Offensive rebound for Brooke Jensen. That's 9 for her. Her shot up and no good. Casey Hansen with the offensive rebound. And Hansen that is fouled. She'll go to the free throw line to shoot 2.
Yeah, a good strong take there by Casey Hansen, but credit Brooke Jensen with the big offensive board. I know she didn't hit that shot, but opportunities after opportunities for Vermillion. That's what they need here in this fourth quarter.
Third personal on Haley Sorensen, the second team foul. The first one is up and good for Casey Hansen. Now 9 points for her. The Tanagers are 9 of 16. Casey Hansen, a 70% free throw shooter on the season. Up to this point through 5 games. The second one is up and good as well. Double figures for Casey Hansen, 10 points. 10 of 17 from the free throw line out of the Tanagers. They got a 2-point lead, 40-39. Sorensen in the corner. She'll dribble to the wing. Had it poked away by Roovers. Now she's got it back. She'll hand off to Heavey. Heavey got to guard her close. She'll chuck it up from there. She'll spin right, lay in, good. Maddie Heavey, 11 points for her. Came into the ball game averaging 10 and a half. It's all tied up at 40 apiece. 5 minutes to play here in the fourth quarter. Hansen inside to Halverson and stolen away. That time by Maddie Wenzel. Stolen right back by Wallen. Ball is now loose. Last touch by Wallen and out of bounds.
I would have loved to have seen Madigan Wallen try and go up with that. I know it was a really awkward angle kind of underneath the hoop there, but if she goes up there, there's a very good chance that a foul is called, especially with the way this game has been reffed.
40 apiece, 4.5 to play here in the fourth quarter. 2 turnovers for each side here in the fourth quarter. Quick three, that's going to miss everything by Izzy Davey. Rebound to Taylor Roovers, that's her 5th. Roovers crosses half court, puts a move on her defender. Now she's got it on the right wing. Lob pass Casey Hansen. Wallen left side. Jensen, she'll drive middle, tries getting underneath to Wallen. It's stolen away once again. Maddie Wenzel, 3rd steal for her. 3rd turnover by Vermillion here in quarter number 4. Now they're 21st of the ball game. Heavey kicks out to Davey. Davey inside, laying off the glass by Maddie Wenzel is off the mark. Rebound to Brooke Jensen. Double for her. 19 points, 10 rebounds for the USD commit. Casey Hansen back to Roovers. Lob pass to Wallen. 25 feet away from the hoop left side. Picks up her dribble. Now looking for somebody to pass it to. Gets it to Jensen free throw line. Jensen drives right. High in the glass. Off. Got it to go. Count the bucket and the foul for Brooke Jensen. Foul's going to be called. Danica Fluth, that's her 3rd personal.
She's done it in the clutch times. I mean, she has stepped up when this team has needed her to do so. And another offensive board. That's huge for Vermillion.
Timeout called by head coach John Brooks out of the offensive rebound. It'll be a 30-second timeout. We're going to step aside, take it with them. Back to you, Tri-Valley High School in 30 seconds.
There's no better organization that gives back to the student athletes than the Booster Club. The Vermillion Booster Club is committed to helping all student athletes grow. Join the Tanager faithful today by becoming a member at GoTanagers.com. While you're there, check out team apparel for your favorite sports team. Like them on Facebook to stay up to date on all the latest information and sports games. Join the Vermillion Boosters today and go Tanagers.
Welcome back to the Vermillion Booster Club Press Box, proud supporters of all Tanager athletics and the student athlete.
Welcome back inside Tri-Valley High School. I'm Cole Larsch alongside me, Spencer Buley. Vermillion Tanagers lead the Tri-Valley Mustangs 42-40. Out of the offensive rebound by Maya Halverson. That is Vermillion's 12th offensive rebound here in the ball game, compared to 4 for the Tri-Valley Mustangs, and Vermillion leads by 2, 42-40. Halverson inside, Jensen off the glass, can't get it to fall, but she gets back her offensive rebound. 13 offensive rebounds in the game for Vermillion, 11 rebounds for Brooke Jensen. Again, double-double, 21 points, 11 rebounds. Roovers, floater inside, that one's off the mark and no good. Maddie Heavey with the rebound. Heavey crosses over Taylor Roovers, now she lost it. Madigan Wallen with the steal. Third turnover by Tri-Valley, and now a foul going to be called on the Mustangs. That one gets the Vermillion crowd into it. Fourth personal foul on Maddie Heavey and the fourth team foul. Scoreboard says fifth. I missed one somewhere. Shocker. 3 minutes to play. Inside Halverson, she can't get her shot to fall. Rebound is controlled by Rowan Gake. Excuse me, that is number 12, not 22. That is Maddie Wenzel, fifth rebound for her. Now over to Gakey, left wing three, got it to go. Rowan Gakey off the bench, wasn't even listed as a probable rotation player. 8 points now for the freshman, and Mustangs have the lead. She's a freshman chant. Inside the Tri-Valley High School, floater the other way. Taylor Roovers, that one's good. She's a freshman. And now it's 44-43.
Freshman as one of the veterans on this team. Think about that.
That is true. Sorensen for three off the side of the iron and no good. And Roovers with the rebound, sixth rebound for her. Both teams have 2 timeouts left. Mustangs have 4 team fouls. The Tanagers have 1. 2:12 to play here in quarter number 4. 1 point lead for Vermillion. Jensen inside to Wallen. Wallen spins, looking for a shot up, and it's blocked away. That time by Rowan Gakey. First block for her, fourth turnover by Vermillion. Quickly the opposite way, Izzy Davey. They're going to swing it back up. Heavey long three off the side of the iron and no good. Rebound to Maya Halverson. Third rebound for her. 106 seconds to play here in the fourth quarter.
I know Heavey hit that three earlier, but that's probably not a shot you want to be taking right now, especially, as you mentioned, inside of 100 seconds left to play.
Jensen spins, got the shot to go from 8 feet. Count the bucket and the foul for Brooke Jensen.
There it is. I mean, you mentioned that she wanted some of those to go, and John Brooks wanted her to get some of those to go, and she has got them in the clutch moments. That's what these veteran teams do. These teams that are state championship winners is they're able to wipe the previous quarters off the board, reset, and do things in the clutch when it counts.
24 points for Jensen. Mustangs the other way. They kick out. Heavey for three right side. Bank is open for Maddie Heavey. Mustangs are still in it. It's a 1 point game. 47-46, a minute 16 to play.
Madigan Wallen got one. There's no reason why Heavey shouldn't get one too.
Hanson, right wing, poked out of bounds. They're going to say last touched by Tri-Valley. So possession will stay again. We stated a couple times earlier in the broadcast, this is a full Tri-Valley High School. Here inside their brand new gymnasium, the first game ever to be played, aside from the C and JV games that occurred earlier today. Hanson, right wing, 15 on the shot clock. Wallen right side, she'll drive with 13 and she double dribble. Turnover, the fifth one by Vermillion here in the quarter. 23 turnovers in the game for Vermillion. Timeout called by head coach Sam Williams. It's a 60-second timeout. We're going to take it with them back to Tri-Valley High School in 60 seconds.
When life gets
When it comes to advertising, reaching the right market while giving back to the school is just plain right. If you're looking for an effective method that reaches a large fan base at once, then here's your ticket with Live Ticket TV. With over 90 schools in the state of South Dakota, we can help you advertise locally with just your home team or reach the region. Plus, a portion of all sales go directly back to the school. Get a hold of Heath Nimke today, and let's get started in building your brand with Live Ticket TV.
Welcome back to the Vermillion Booster Club Press Box, proud supporters of all Tanager athletics and the student athlete.
Welcome back, Tri-Valley High School. Tanagers taking on the road to a road DAC-12 doubleheader. The Tanagers lead in the first half of the doubleheader, 47-46. 55 seconds even to go here in quarter number 4. Thanks for tuning in. Vermillion Tanagers Live. I'm Cole Larsch, alongside me, Spencer Buley. Quickly a pass between the hands of Izzy Davey. 4th turnover of the quarter for Tri-Valley, and it goes out of bounds, and they are not putting any pressure, which is odd.
I think they may let Vermillion kind of control it offensively and then hope they get a chance at a last-second shot. I doubt Vermillion's going to take all 35 seconds of the shot clock.
We'll see what happens here. Interesting strategies both ways. Hansen, her pass tapped around, but good save there by Taylor Roovers. Both fans on edge, a lot of people leaning forward. Inside, Roovers, her shot up and no good. Rebound fought for, they're going to say last touched by Madigan Wallen. Out of bounds, possession to Tri-Valley. Sam Williams, he'll take his final timeout. It's going to be a 60-second timeout. We are going to stay here for this one and any subsequent timeouts. 47-46 again, your score. Leading scorer for the Vermillion Tanagers, 24 points, 11 rebounds, is Brooke Jensen. On the opposite side for Tri-Valley, Haley Sorensen and Maddie Heavey, the starter, Maddie Heavey, has 14 points. Off the bench, Haley Sorensen, she has 14 as well. Again, came into the ball game averaging 11 points. I mean, Spencer, if you're head coach Sam Williams right now, what are you drawing up?
Well, you got to think they're going to hold for the last second shot. Whether or not Vermillion, I don't know if they're going to put pressure out of the gate.
Again, Vermillion has one team foul this quarter, so they have 3 to give before free throws. You might see from John Brooks here, as long as they're not shooting, give them about 4 or 5 seconds, then foul, so they don't get fully set into their offensive set. Look out for that as well.
They're for sure going to be aggressive. I mean, there's no doubt about it. You're not letting any open shots get off without them earning it at the line for sure. I just don't know if it looks like they're probably going to sag off a little bit. I don't know if they trust the defense entirely to hold for a last-second shot, but we'll see.
20 seconds. Tri-Valley fans, they're going to get up on their feet and start clapping. Now with 15. Right side, the freshman Gakey has it now with 10 seconds. Gakey tries passing it inside, stolen away by Brooke Jensen. Over to Roovers. Roovers, can they catch her? Yes, they will, and a foul going to be called. 4 seconds to go here in the ball game, and Roovers go to the free throw line.
I love the call there from John Brooks to not put any full court pressure, sag off, and trust your defense. I mean, when you look at how many turnovers have been forced on both sides this game, just the nature of this ball game, I love relying on your defense and just letting it play out naturally rather than trying to force something in the front court.
2 free throws on the way. First one is good for Taylor Roovers, 9 points for her. Tanagers are 12 of 20 from the free throw line. Nobody is in there rebounding. For Vermillion, again, Tri-Valley is out of timeouts, 48-46. Second one off back iron and no good. Roovers a hustle for her own offensive rebound, and she's fouled. 2.2 to go.
I mean, here's the thing, Cole. You look at Roovers and you're like, okay, it's a freshman in a big spot here. We've watched her do this since she was in 7th grade. In moments like this, I mean, she's a hustle player. She's going to figure out a way to get it done.
First one is off the mark, so the best she can do is make it a 3-point ball game. 2.2 seconds to go. Roovers, the second one is good. 10 points. Izzy Davy up the half court. She'll pass it. No shot will get off. And that is your final score. The Vermillion Tanagers will survive against the Tri-Valley Mustangs. 49-46, your final score.
It's what good teams do. I mean, it's what championship teams do. They figure out a way to survive. It wasn't pretty, but it doesn't matter because at the end of the day, it's a win in the win column.
23 turnovers. The Tanagers also survived in that game compared to slightly less than that for the Tri-Valley Mustangs. Let's get you your final stats here inside Tri-Valley High School as we've got a full pregame show on the boys' side of things. And I'm sure as it is 8 o'clock already, they will start running the clock as soon as possible. For the Tri-Valley Mustangs, 46 points. Their leading scorer, again, Haley Sorensen and Maddie Heavey both finished with 14 points. Maddie Wenzel, the leading rebounder, she finished with 5 in the ball game. They scored 10 in the first, 17 in the second, 6 in the third, 13 in the fourth for their total of 46 points. As the 15-minute pregame clock is up, we'll see when they start it. For the Vermillion Tanagers, 49 points for them in the ball game. Their leading scorer, Brooke Jensen, 24 points, 11 rebounds for her. Taylor Roovers, 10 points, 7 rebounds, 3 assists, and 2 steals, including that big offensive rebound at the end to just about seal the deal for Vermillion. Casey Hansen also had 10 points, 3 rebounds, and an assist. Maya Halverson, 2 points, 3 rebounds, assist, a steal, and a block. Alexis Hansen, who came in, 3 rebounds for her as well as a steal as the pregame clock is running. Madigan Wallen with a bank-in 3 offensive rebounds, and 4 steals for her. And Amara Thomas with a rebound and an assist. Vermillion scores 12 in the first, 9 in the second, 9 in the third, 16 in the fourth quarter for their total of 49 points. Again, they had 23 turnovers as well in the ball game. They shot 13 of 23 from the free throw line. Tri-Valley shot 4 of 7. Well, let's turn it over to the boys' side of things here inside Tri-Valley High School. We turn it back over to Heath Nimke. He caught up with head coaches Brandon Fetchel and Jay Drake. Here he is on the pregame show. It is the one and only Heath Nimke.
It's time for the Vermillion Boys pregame show here on Live Ticket TV and Vermillion Tanagers Live. Coming up here on the Boys pregame show, we'll sit down with head coach Jay Drake, and we'll also get you back out to Spencer Buley and Cole Larsch here in just a moment, but we have our coaches' interviews, and first up is Coach Brandon of the Tri-Valley Mustangs. His team is 2-2 on the season. They did have a game during the holiday break. What is it about this Mustangs that has found them success here as of late, and what do they hope to build on the season? Here he is on our pregame show to answer those questions and more. It's Coach Brandon of the Tri-Valley Mustangs. Coach, get ready for the Vermillion Tanagers. Big matchup coming in when it comes to the DAC 12. I know this is always a really good benchmark for your group when it comes to seeing where you guys are at, kind of at the quarter part of the season, but going back to the season so far for your group, coming into this game 2-2 with now back-to-back wins over Freeman Academy, Marion, and Garrettson. What has it been for your group over the past few weeks to finally get into the win column and get things headed in the right direction?
You know, I think it's just finding our groove and finding our identity. We have a lot of new guys playing bigger roles and guys returning that are taking on a step up here, and they've really found who we need to be and our tempo we want to play at. So, yeah, we're hoping to carry that into tomorrow night.
When it comes to those, as you mentioned, guys in newer roles, how much of an adjustment has it been for them, and how much extra coaching has it taken from you and your coaching staff to make sure they're doing exactly what you want Mustang basketball to look like?
Yeah, well, you know, there are guys that played roles last year, and the leadership aspect has been different. You know, we lost 3 starters as seniors, so some guys had to be more vocal. Our senior crew this year has been great, though, and I've kind of asked them to play a different style, so I've been coaching them hard, and we're trying to get up and down more. We're not as big as we have been in the past, so trying to turn that into a strength instead of a weakness. But they've embraced it. I'll give them all the credit. They've been one of the more coachable groups I've had, so it's been a really fun year so far.
When you do take a look at your group, you talk about the leadership, but there's not a lot that comes off the bench either. You're keeping a kind of tight leash, if you will, at the moment, with only really 2 guys coming off the bench, a 7-man rotation. Would you like to open up the bench as you go throughout the rest of the season, or are you okay with this 7-man rotation at the moment?
I'm okay with where we're at right now. We've got a couple guys, on our 8 and 9 spot who could potentially step up, but that's something they have to earn. And I'm comfortable with my 7 guys right now. They play their butts off, but they knew that was coming, so they're in shape, and I don't see it really affecting us negatively. So I will ride with the crew I got right now.
I want to take a step back here for a moment and look more specific at this region. West Central has been on fire to start this season, but now with Sioux Falls Christian leaving Region 3, does this feel like an opportunity for you and your team to really take advantage of the region now that you don't have to worry about Sioux Falls Christian in it anymore?
Yeah, 100%. There's still some really good teams in the region, but we feel like we can compete with everybody, and that's something we've talked about since day one is, that region has really opened up, and we have a really good core right now, and we want to take advantage of it while the opportunity is there. So, yeah, we're trying to put ourselves in a good position come February and March.
When taking a look at the Vermillion Tanagers, one thing you've probably seen a lot on film is this team can really shoot it from downtown. They've really stepped out and shot it from deep, and they're also kind of a quick transition. They'll try to force you into a turnover and get an easy bucket. On film for yourself, what have you seen that you really want to shut down against the Vermillion Tanagers?
Yeah, I think they'll take some tough shots, but they'll make some tough shots. So our plan is, just make sure they're having to work for everything they get. They're good enough shooters so where they're wide open and they're in rhythm, it's going to go in. So we have to, close out with our hands up and run them off the three-point line and do those things. But the main thing for us will be taking care of the basketball. Last year we went down there and played them really tight for the first half, and we ended up with 28 turnovers and lost by about 6 or 7. And that's just not winnable basketball when you're turning over that much. So we value the basketball. We think we'll be all right.
Something we saw a couple of years ago when Vermillion came to Tri-Valley was it was kind of more of a dogfight going down to the very last second. And as you just mentioned a year ago, a very close game. What is it that when you play against Vermillion, it always seems to be a close game? Or is this just DAC-12 basketball?
Yeah, I think it's kind of a little of both. We've matched up pretty well with them as far as, height, not getting outmatched physically. But in the DAC-12, I think my guys, and I'm sure Coach Drake feels the same way, they just know going into it, it is going to be a dogfight. Every team in our conference is competitive, and especially at the top, you're going to have to fight every night. So that's what we are going to bring tomorrow night too.
Looking quickly just beyond the Vermillion Tanagers, you get back into, if you will, a normal schedule after the Christmas break. What are the expectations for the rest of their group for the rest of this season?
We want to keep getting better day by day. I know that's kind of a response to hear all the time, but we feel like we've already improved since the beginning of December, and we want to be playing our best basketball come the end of February and just keep stacking wins up. It's winning to become a habit, and the way we play to become a habit. I think we're getting closer to that, so keep getting more wins.
That's Coach Brandon of the Tri-Valley Mustangs here on the pregame show as we continue on with our next coaches conversation. As yesterday, we sat down with head coach Jay Drake of the Vermillion Tanagers to talk about their success in the opening portion of this season and now how they get ready for a very busy schedule moving forward in the month of January. Here he is on our pregame show. It's head coach of the Vermillion Tanagers, Jay Drake. 3, 2, and 1. Coach Drake, you get ready to take on the Tri-Valley Mustangs after the holiday break, and let's begin there. Last time we saw your group playing in the SCSC and getting a huge win over a Mount Vernon Plankinton team that jokes were made. That was a Titans team that is a bunch of football guys that try to play basketball. And we saw that at times against Mount Vernon. And then we go into the holiday break. So going through that win at the SCSC and then in the holiday break, how has things been going for your squad?
Yeah, obviously going back to that, it's been, it'll be 2 weeks this coming Saturday since we played or since the Mount Vernon Plank game. And for us, it's been nice the last, I think it's been 4 years now, kind of that SCSC Classic that the Booster Club puts on over there. And nice opportunity for our guys just in town, but the opposing teams to come in and get to play in a nice facility where USD plays at. It was important for us to play well anytime just going into the break. I think all teams want to go into the holiday break with a little momentum and playing well. So that was, but even more important for us having coming off that the West Central game earlier that week, and the way that ended, and us, kind of letting a 14-point lead with 4 minutes to go slip away and get beat at the buzzer, that you want to at least come back and try to wash that away. And for us, we were fortunate too. Mount Vernon Plank, new coach this year, and they play hard. But probably their best player, the Kleitzener kid, I believe is his name, had a concussion earlier that week against Wagner and didn't play in that game. So obviously that helps us out some as well. But our guys played hard, competed. I thought we did what we needed to do that day. And then obviously getting everyone in the basketball game is always nice anytime you can do that. So went into the Christmas break on a positive note, I think. And then like anything, with the moratorium, you get our guys actually got 5 days off because the 22nd was on a Sunday. We came back the 27th and practiced for a couple days, gave them last Sunday off. And then we've had 4 good practices this week to kind of get ready. So it's 6 in total over the last couple of weeks. And it's huge because we're going in a stretch starting with Tri-Valley here that, we played 3 games, been in a month into the season, and we're going to play 4 games in basically 7 days when we go Tri-Valley and then Pine Ridge on Saturday, come back with Yankton on Tuesday and Baltic on Thursday. So it's going to go quickly. We're going to have two practices during that stretch, and hopefully we can play well, and it starts with our game against Tri-Valley.
When looking at your group, you talked about it at the beginning of this season, that things could change when it comes to your starting 5, the way the bench looks. How are things going to change? You just feel that this team has a lot of different moving parts and that the guys just have to kind of find their spot. So, if you will, we've gotten through the preseason. Now we get ready for the regular season, this big matchup coming up. Are you going to start to shorten your bench? Have you found your starting 5, or are things still very fluent with this team and a lot of things still up for grabs as we move deeper into this season?
Yeah, funny you say that because it's actually the conversation we had with our group, this week is, I've always thought that it probably takes 7-8 games kind of try to find your true identity as a basketball team. And it's unusual this year because you're a month into it already, and just because it's a rollback year, and we didn't get started with our first practice till December 2nd. But here we are on January 3rd, and you've only played 3 games. So I do think it's one of those things we're still trying to fill things out, try to find our identity as a team. But the one thing we told our group is when you're playing 4 games in a matter of 7 days, we're going to find a lot about our group this week, and even from an identity standpoint and who we are and who we can kind of lean on in our rotation here. Hopefully have 7-8 guys that are ready to go battle and play each night. But a lot of that will be determined probably over this next week.
As you try to get ready for this matchup against the Tri-Valley Mustangs, you hinted at it earlier during this pregame interview, the new facility. How excited are you to play in a new facility? Does it bug your team whatsoever? I know we always talk about playing in bigger facilities like the Corn Palace and the Sanford County Sports Center, but a new gym that you've never been into, the guys have never been into, does that play a factor whatsoever?
It's exciting. I haven't seen anything, heard some things about it, obviously. But this is 17 years for me, and we've always played Tri-Valley since I've been here. So you're basically heading to their place every other year, which means we probably played 8-9 times in their old gym. And, it's one of those gyms I remember even as a kid a few times with my dad when he was at Winter coaching that we went and scouted a couple games. But it's a smaller gym. I have no idea how big their newer gym is, but I know their group's going to be very excited anytime you get to play in a new gym, a new facility, and for them, sounds like it's pretty nice, and a place we're going to be heading back to every other year for however long here. But we let our guys know though too. What we've got to understand is like you got to be ready and you got to be focused and locked in and ready to play basketball games every night, no matter where you play or no matter what the facility is. But we have to understand the energy and enthusiasm they're going to probably bring, not just from a program standpoint and their team, but just from their fans and parents that will be there at their first game in the new facility, and we're going to have to match that and be ready to go.
Once again, that is head coach Jay Drake here on our pregame show as we caught up with him yesterday to talk about now transitioning into this busy portion of their schedule. But first up, it's the Tri-Valley Mustangs in this new facility. How does his team respond tonight against the Mustangs? Let's send it back out to Cole Larsch and Spencer Buley, who have you covered for the starting lineups and the opening tap right now on Live Ticket TV and Vermillion Tanagers Live. Boys, take it away.
Out here, you...
Nice.
Maytag appreciates a compliment, but this Maytag washer isn't just eye candy.
Wow.
Inside, it's got the capacity and power to handle even the mightiest loads.
I love this.
Yeah, she's a beaut.
It's a he.
How do you know?
Don't worry about it.
Find Maytag products and the industry's best appliances at your local dealer, Merce Appliance, downtown Vermillion.
Birds like tanagers are great at flying out of the way to miss your car. Deer and other drivers are not. If you're in any kind of accident, bring your vehicle to Blaine's Body Shop in Vermillion. We repair your vehicle to pre-accident condition and handle the entire process from start to finish, including an accurate estimate and dealing with the insurance adjuster. So good luck to the tanagers, and if you're in an accident, bring your vehicle to
Blaine's Body Shop. Blaine's Body Shop. Automotive collision repair.
Hey kids, it's never too early to start planning for your future. Did you know Masaba provides scholarships and tuition assistance? They are committed to your success, offering engineering, drafting, and welding opportunities, plus scholarships, job shadowing, and mentorship programs. Learn more at masabainc.com/careers. When I grow up, I want to work at Masaba.
Masaba Manufacturing. Unlock your future and rock with us.
Midwest Ready Mix Equipment is your locally owned and operated ready mix company. Their specialty, 6x6 front discharge mixer trucks that allows for better placement of concrete and ease of use. Midwest Ready Mix Equipment offers the highest quality of concrete products and aggregates, and also a full-service dealer for low-gun equipment featuring telehandlers, excavators, and ASV track skid loaders for purchase or rent. Midwest Ready Mix Equipment, East Highway 50, Vermillion.
Core Cares helps individuals stay at home by offering caregiving, nursing, and medical alert systems in over 55 communities in South Dakota. Specializing in tasks like bathing, meal prep, and medication setups, our well-trained staff delivers exceptional care. We invest in our team through customized training and comprehensive benefits. To learn more about job opportunities or services, visit our website at corecares.com. Core Cares, proudly serving our community.
Jensen Kennels is your safe place to take your dog while you're away. They have over 7,000 square feet of indoor run space and outdoor play yards. They pride themselves in providing enrichment both mentally and physically for all types of dog. And speaking of size, Jensen Kennels can host any size of dog, from the smallest Boston Terrier to the largest Great Dane. To find out the full services Jensen Kennels offers, check out their website and Facebook pages. Next time you need your dog to stay in a safe, fun environment, make it Jensen's Kennels.
Welcome back to the Vermillion Booster Club Press Box, proud supporters of all Tanager athletics and the student athlete.
Welcome back inside Tri-Valley High School. You just watched the intro video for the Tri-Valley Mustangs with their nice and new video board and everything. As let's get you your starting lineups, and now they play Sirius, the Chicago Bulls intro song. Let's get you the starting lineups first for the visiting team on the scoreboard, the Vermillion Tanagers. It'll be the same starting five that we have seen all season. Number 12, Landon Cerny, a 6-foot senior guard, comes in averaging 6 points, 3 rebounds a ball game. Number 24, Carter Hansen, a 6'3 senior guard, 14.5 points, 5.5 rebounds a ball game coming in for him. Number 30, Luke Jensen, a sophomore 6'5 forward, 14 points, 5 boards for him. Gabe Larson, number 32, a 6'1 junior guard. 2.5 points, 3 rebounds for him. And number 33, Trey Hansen, a 6'4 junior guard. 17 points, 5 rebounds for him. Jay Drake is the head coach, assisted by John Ruvers, Lewis Budmeyer, and Connor Rohrig. They come in 2-1 on the season. Starting lineup for the Tri-Valley Mustangs. Starting at guard, a 6'1 senior, number 2, Tegan Gakey, averages 18 points, 5.5 rebounds a ball game. At forward, a 6'1 junior, number 3, Tristan Bundy, 8 points, 6 boards, 3 assists for him. At guard, a 6-foot sophomore, number 5, Brady Jewett, 12.5 points, 4 rebounds a ball game for him. At forward, a 6'3 junior, number 11, Ty Oyen, 8 points, 6 boards, 3.5 assists. And at guard, a 5'11 senior, number 15, Alex Wingen, 7 points, 7 rebounds, 4 assists for him. Head coach is Brandon Fettrell, assisted by James Christensen and Jacob Tweed. They come in 2-2 on the season, 62 points a game on average. They allow 51 points a game on average for Vermillion. They score 71.7 points a ball game, and they average 44. And the tap is won by the Vermillion Tanagers. They are going left to right on your screen in their road red uniforms. Letters and numbers in black with some white trim. Carter Hansen spins, and his lay-in is good off the glass. First 2 points of the ball game for Carter Hansen. 7:40 to go. Tri-Valley in their home white uniforms. Letters and numbers in maroon with a maroon checkerboard down the sides for Tri-Valley. Again, our scoreboard clock is blocked. We're using the video board, and they do not have the scoreboard up there yet, so I'll keep you posted. Brady Jewett, quick 3 from the left wing. He got it to go. First 3 points of the ball game for Brady Jewett. And comes in 13 points a ball game. Carter Hansen, top of the key. He took 1 too many steps for his dribble. Went right, then left, and traveled. Turnover and possession back to Tri-Valley. We'll keep this tab quickly for you. 1 turnover for Vermillion. Again, in a game where we saw nearly 50 turnovers combined between the two squads in the last contest. Now our video board to our right is blacked out, so we'll see if we can get that clock back up and running. 7 minutes to play. Quickly up ahead, Ty Oyen. His shot is up and no good. Rebound is controlled by the big Luke Jensen, the forward. Quickly the other way, Carter Hansen, he drives in, now back out. Jensen, he'll pull up for 3. That's off back iron and no good. Rebound tapped around and controlled by Brady Jewett, the sophomore. Stolen away by Carter Hansen. He'll drive middle, spin right now. A foul going to be called on the steal attempt. 1 turnover either side, and now that first personal foul is on Brady Jewett. First one for him and the team's first.
I actually thought that was really nice defense from Jewett. I know he got called for a foul, but a good recovery to not let Carter Hansen get to the hoop right away off the turnover.
Trey Hansen drives in. His little floater is off the mark. Going in with the rebound. Again, thanks for tuning in. Vermillion Tanagers Live Ticket TV. I'm Cole Larsch, alongside me, Spencer Buley, cameraman, colorman, and producer extraordinaire. Tegan Gakey, left wing 3, rattles in and out, no good. And the rebound is controlled by Gabe Larson. 3-2 is now our clock is back up. It just has to be adjusted. A note for later there, Mr. Spencer Buley. Carter Hansen drives in, uses his size advantage, and he gets that shot to fall. First 4 points for the Tanagers, all scored by Carter Hansen. 2 minutes in, it is 4-3. Bundy has it, kicks out. Jewett, long 3, rattles in, out, and back in. Brady Jewett, all 6 points for Tri-Valley. It is the Carter Hansen versus Brady Jewett show here inside the brand new Tri-Valley Gymnasium. 6-4 is your score.
Yeah, and they're setting the tone early from beyond the arc. I mean, it's clear that they're going to want to shoot the 3, especially Brady Jewett. But, I mean, the other one was missed just barely. It very well could be 9 points already for the Mustangs, all off the 3 ball.
Trey Hansen misses but gets back his own offensive rebound, and the putback is good. 2.5 minutes gone. 6-6 your score. 3-quarter court pressure applied by the Vermillion Tanagers. And quickly the other way, Ty Oyen, he gets fouled on his way up. He'll go to the free throw line to shoot 2. Gabe Larson, first personal. First team foul. Jay Drake not disagreeing with the foul, but wants it to be on the ground.
Kind of agree with Coach Drake there. I didn't necessarily think that it was a clear shooting motion in the course of the foul. Looked like almost might have been fading away from the basket.
First free throw is up and good. Tri-Valley back with the rebound. With the lead. Second one is also good for Oya, now 2 for 2 from the free throw line. It is 8-6 early in favor of the Mustangs. Hansen gets a screen. He's got it right side. He'll drive baseline, tries going up and under, and now one too many steps on Trey Hansen. They're going to say he took one too many before the ball came out of his hand. Second turnover on Vermillion. Jay Drake, John Roovers saying, what in the world? Jay Drake still got that face of what's going on, but quickly up ahead, Tegan Gakey, his little floater, that one's off the mark. Luke Jensen with the rebound. Like I said, Spencer, both teams want to move fast. Back and forth we go. Inside, Carter Hansen, good move, blocked away, but whistle, and a foul going to be called on Ty Oyen. That's going to be his first and the second team foul.
You said it, Cole, before we were on air, kind of expecting a little bit of a track meet style. Especially going to get that with the way Vermillion's lined up on defense, kind of playing right around the half-court line. Very aggressive.
First free throw is up and good for Carter Hansen. 5 points now in the ball game for him. Carter Hansen is a 78% free throw shooter on the season. As the buzzer sounded, I didn't see anybody go in, so we'll see if that changes anytime soon. Second one is off the side of the iron and no good. Big offensive rebound by Luke Jensen. Tries going back up with it, got it blocked away. Kicks out Trey Hansen for three. Off back iron, no. And the rebound is controlled by Oyen. Hansen missed that second free throw. Kick out, Tegan Gakey for three. That's off the side of the rim and no good. Tip back by Bundy. That one's off the mark, and that rebound is controlled by Gabe Larson. Quickly back and forth we go. Carter Hansen's got it left side. He's now got it alone in the corner. Looking around, gets it up to Trey, left wing. Trey, now he'll drive left, up and under, lay in off the bottom of the backboard, but contact, whistle, and a foul. Trey Hansen goes to the free throw line to shoot two.
Yeah, good take there by Trey Hansen, earning himself a trip to the line. See if he can't convert a couple of free throws here. Give Vermillion back the lead.
Tristan Bundy, the first personal and the third team foul for him. First free throw by Trey Hansen is off the side of the rim and short. 12 for 16 on the season up to this point. If my math serves me correctly, 75%. Second one, got that one to go. 3 points now for him. It is all tied up at 8. 4:15 to play in quarter number one. But a two-thirds court 2-2-1 zone press applied by Tri-Valley. Vermillion wants to travel inside. Oyen laying off the glass, good for two. Number 13, Landon Hughes, who checked into that ball game when I missed a substitution. One of the two substitutions that Coach Brandon Fetcher will make here in the ball game. Hansen spins. Up and under lay-in is no good. Rebound to Hughes. Hughes, the 6-foot senior forward. Long three by Jewett. That's going to miss everything. Short and out of bounds. Timeout called by head coach Jay Drake. He'll walk out to the free throw line. It'll be a 30-second timeout. We'll step aside and take it with him. You're watching Tanager Basketball, Vermillion Tanagers live ticket TV.
Synthetic opioid, up to 100 times stronger than morphine. Even a tiny amount can be deadly. It's often mixed with other drugs without your knowledge, increasing your risk of overdose. Protect yourself and your loved ones and avoid unknown substances. Stay informed, stay safe, and remember, one pill can kill. For more information on fentanyl prevention, visit your local health resource or speak to a healthcare professional today. This message was brought to you by the Great Plains Tribal Opioid Response, so that the people may live.
The innocence of youth. Is there anything any
Back to the Vermillion Booster Club press box, proud supporters of all Tanager athletics and the student athlete.
Welcome back inside the brand new Tri-Valley High School. First varsity games being played on this brand new court. Thanks for tuning in. Vermillion Tanagers live ticket TV out of the Jay Drake timeout. The Tanagers trail 10-8, 3:35 to go in the third quarter. Number 13, Spencer Blanchette, a 5'9 sophomore guard, checked in out of the timeout, and a left-handed lay-in is good for Carter Hansen. He's got 7 points, halfway to his season average. Now we're all tied up once again at 10. Floater the other way. That one's short by Tegan Gakey, and the rebound is controlled by Landon Cerny. Tanagers want to push all the way up ahead. Carter Hansen right side. One dribble lay-in is good. Carter Hansen now 9 points, and a quick timeout called by Brandon Fetcher. It'll be a 30-second timeout. We'll step aside and take that one with him back in about 26 seconds.
But soon they'll be in high school and facing all the same challenges you faced. How to make friends, how to fit in, how to be cool. We want our children to have everything they'll need to live fulfilling and productive lives. Make sure the kids in your family are among the more than 57,000 participants here in South Dakota who take part in high school sports or activities.
Welcome back to the Vermillion Booster Club Press Box, proud supporters of all Tanager athletics and the student athlete.
Welcome back to Tri-Valley High School, Colton, South Dakota, where the Tanagers traveled up for a conference doubleheader, and in the girls' game, we saw the Tanagers survive and advance. And here in the boys' game, the Tanagers lead 12-10, 3 minutes to go in the first quarter. Jewett has it over left side Oyen. Most thorough offense we've seen from Tri-Valley thus far. And a steal by Trey Hansen. Other way, lay-in is off the glass and good for two. 5 points, first steal and bucket for Trey Hansen in the ball game. 14-10 your score. Mustangs break the pressure. Wingen has it left side in the corner. Gakey guarded by Blanchette. Kicks out. 3-ball for Wingen off the iron and no good. Carter Hansen with his first rebound of the game. Coast to coast, lay in, no. Contact from behind, so Carter Hansen go to the free throw line to shoot two. Second personal foul on Ty Oyen and the fourth team foul. Carter Hansen at the line, 1 for 2 tonight. Make that 2 for 3. Double figures now for Carter Hansen. As Aiden Bundy, the 5'11 senior guard, will check in, as well as Tristan Bundy back in for Tri-Valley. That'll be the extent that Brandon Fetchel regularly goes to his bench. Second one is good. 11 points now for Carter Hansen. As number 35 Carson Preister also checked in for the Tanagers out of that last timeout. Preister, a 6'4 senior forward. 2:10 to play, quarter number 1. Hughes has it. Bundy, Aiden Bundy that is. He'll drive in, step through. Tristan Bundy hands off Wingen, right wing 3. That's off the mark, no. Offensive rebound will go all the way back out. Jewett has it on the left side. Guarded by Trey Hansen. Skip pass to Tristan Bundy. Bundy drives middle. Floater. Yes, it will go. Count the bucket and the foul for Tristan Bundy.
Lots and lots of floaters here early for Tri-Valley. I wonder if they'll try and cue a little bit more of an attack mode when driving to the hoop as opposed to lofting it up high. It doesn't seem like it's a super high percentage shot for them to only be relying on, but Vermillion playing strong down low, so if it works, it works.
First 3 points of the ball game for Tristan Bundy. Comes in averaging 8 points, 6 rebounds, 3.5 assists. Back to a one-possession game, 16-13, 100 seconds to go here in quarter number 1. Blanchette, left wing, he'll take the 3 ball. That's off the mark, no. Preister with the offensive rebound, and now a foul going to be called on the Tri-Valley Mustangs. And Preister will go to the free throw line to shoot 2 as we are in the bonus.
I expected maybe a little bit of a cleaner game out of these two teams. But obviously it's been a little bit sloppy from what we saw on the girls' side, and now seeing a little bit of that bleed over into the boys as we're into the bonus here in the first quarter.
Preister's first free throw is good. First bucket in the ball game for him. Gabe Larson will check back in for Vermillion. Landon Cerny will go out. And Tegan Gakey, the leading scorer for Tri-Valley on the season, 18 points a game. He'll check back in. He does not have any yet tonight. Second one is up and in and out, no good. Rebound controlled by Aiden Bundy. One of the few subs that Tri-Valley will make. So with 1.5 minutes to play in the first quarter, Tri-Valley's got it in their home whites going right to left. Jewett off the screen. Now a moving screen going to be called on Alex Wingen. Stuck his elbows out a little bit, then shuffled to go with it.
Yeah, definitely the right call. It seemed like he didn't quite know who he was going to screen and where, and he definitely kind of shuffled back and forth to try and set that at the top of the key.
An illegal screen, not always about the big contact, but whether he was moving or not. And that one, definitely a moving screen. 1:10 to go here in quarter number one. Trey Hansen drives in, up on her lay-in is no good. Preister with the offensive rebound. His putback is good. 3 points now for Carson Preister, and it's a 19-13 lead for the Tanagers. 60 seconds to go here in quarter number one. Jewett has it at the TV Mustang logo. Jewett, now he'll start to drive left. Now he'll pull up. Long three off the front of the rim, no good. Rebound controlled Carter Hansen. Up ahead, Blanchette. Preister, lay in, good. Good ball movement by the Tanagers, and now another timeout called by Brandon Fettrell. 60-second timeout. We'll take it with him back to Tri-Valley High School in 60 seconds.
Attention producers, the new year is upon us, and that means it's time to update your display and controller software, which is crucial for optimizing performance and profits. Contact the professional Grosenberg Implement today so you can make the most of the enhanced features and farming tools that are currently available. Optimize your efficiency, productivity, and connectivity options with a software update at Grosenberg Implement. Visit one of our 9 locations or go to grosenberg.com for more information. Grosenberg Implement, where service is the other half of a great product.
Do you have a pest problem? Got bats, ants, termites? Family owned and operated, Olson's Pest Technicians have had over 50 years experience taking care of pest problems in places across South Dakota, Nebraska, and Iowa. Utilizing brilliant methods such as Centricon bait stations for termites and Vicane treatment for bed bugs. There's no pest too tough for Olson's Pest Technicians. If you have pest problems, call 800-KILL-BUGS.
Welcome back to the Vermillion Booster Club Press Box, proud supporters of all Tanager athletics and the student athlete.
Welcome back inside Tri-Valley High School in Colton, South Dakota. Tanagers up big. Well, big considering the last game we just watched where it was close the entire way. 21-13. 2 seconds separate shot clock and game clock, so Mustangs will have to get a shot off. Gakey kicks out, winging for three. In and out, no good. Big defensive rebound by Preister, and Preister is going to be fouled. He'll go to the free throw line once again. Aiden Bundy, first personal, 7th team foul.
Yeah, this isn't not the way that Tri-Valley expected to start this game. I mean, during the timeout, you could hear the frustration over on the bench. Head coach saying, emphasizing the rebounds first of all, but then also asking his team, why are they beating us down the floor? Emphasizing the hustle plays that Vermillion has made. It's a big reason why they're now out to a 9-point lead.
First free throw is good. Carson Preister, the second leading scorer for the Tanagers, off the bench with 6 points. And the second one, couple dribbles, and it is up and good. 7 points now for Preister. Shot clock is off. 16 seconds for Tri-Valley and the Mustangs. They're all of a sudden find themselves down double digits. Gakey to Bundy. Bundy looks, tries passing it to Hughes. Ball is lost. Turnover, steal, Trey Hansen, lay in. No good, but a foul going to be called with 0.2 seconds. I was wondering why the clock stopped there, but did not hear the whistle. But a good call on the contact. Second personal on Landon Hughes and the 8th team foul.
That was a great take by Trey Hansen. I mean, just drew the contact, but also went up strong. Almost got himself a little and one.
First free throw is good. Now 6 points for Trey in the ball game. I have Vermillion as 6 of 8 from the free throw line, but I feel like I'm missing a couple. I'll count those between quarters for you. An 11-point game, 24-13, now 25-13. 7 points for Trey. Tri-Valley can't do anything with it. That is how the first quarter will end. Tanagers 25, the Mustangs 13. We're going to step aside when we come back. Second quarter action. You're watching Tanager basketball.
Insurance rates are on the rise, and now more than ever, every penny counts. With me, John Brooks at DFS Insurance, we can look over your coverages and find the right insurance carrier to help you keep your costs down. At DFS Insurance, I'm an independent agent, which allows me to offer a variety of different carriers to fit your needs. When you're ready for your free, no-obligation quote, give me a call, and we'll get you on the path to the best and most affordable insurance you need with Dakota Financial Services.
Welcome to Dakota PC Warehouse, where our staff aren't just friendly, we're certified nerds with a side of tech genius. Prepare to be awed as we unleash a barrage of geeky charm and unbeatable deals on PCs and HD TVs. And our tech gurus, armed with determination and a questionable assortment of snacks, can fix just about anything. We love technology and making it work for you. Dakota PC Warehouse, because being a nerd is our superpower.
Welcome back to the Vermillion Booster Club Press Box, proud supporters of all Tanager athletics and the student athlete.
Welcome back inside Tri-Valley High School. The Mustangs in their home whites down 12 points. We'll start with the ball, going right to left on your screen. Jewett lost it for a moment. Carter Hansen just about poked it away again. Now to Bundy on the left side. He's double teamed, stolen away by Trey Hansen. Third steal for him. Coast to coast lay-in is good. 9 points now for Trey in the ball game. Fourth steal by the Tanagers, and it's a 14-point game, 27-13. Jewett. Gakey has it. Oyen, pull up from 16 feet. That's going to be short. Rebound controlled by Luke Jensen, his fourth. Trey Hansen's got it right wing. Over to Carter. Long three off the iron, no. Rebound tipped around, controlled by Alex Wingen of the Mustangs. Trouble in the backcourt. Bundy will get it across. Kicks it up. Jewett for three. Got it. Brady Jewett, 9 points, all from beyond the arc, and trying to keep his team within 10 points, within this game. It is now an 11-point game, 27-16. Trey Hansen, left wing three from deep. That one's off the mark, no. Offensive rebound controlled by Carter Hansen. His putback is blocked. He gets back his own offensive board again. Ball is loose, stolen away by Tri-Valley. Now the ball is out of bounds. Last touched by Tri-Valley, so another turnover.
And I know Carter Hansen didn't come away with points on that last possession, but you see it again, the rebounding for Vermillion, far better than Tri-Valley's shown here in this first half of play. It was a cue that head coach was wanting more in the first quarter, didn't quite get it. Vermillion on top, and a lot of it's because of the rebounding.
27-16, Trey Hansen at the top of the key, tries ripping through. Stolen away by Tristan Bundy, now the fourth turnover for the Tanagers. Other way, quickly, Tegan Gakey for three, got it to go. Tegan Gakey, first 3 points the ball game, can't let him get hot. He averages 18 a game throughout this season, and it's back to an 8-point game, 27-19.
Yeah, this is an explosive Tri-Valley team. One thing you cannot do as the Vermillion Tanagers is start turning the ball over, because if they're going to live and die behind the arc, that means they can secure a lot of points very quickly.
Landon Cerny gets the three. In response, Cerny on the season, 6 points a game, but he is a 60% three-point shooter. 6 for 10 now, 7 for 11. Quick stoppage in play to fix the net here on our left side as we see it from where we sit on the visiting media side. Jewett had the ball poked away. Now it is going to be stolen away by Carter Hansen. No, it's still loose. So possession will stay with Tri-Valley, and the shot clock did reset. But now they're going to say a 10-second call. But the shot clock reset, so I don't think the Tanagers are going to get possession. But I think they're going to recall the shot clock from where it was. Now, what they determine the shot clock to be is going to be a challenge in and of itself, because first now they're trying to determine if Carter Hansen had possession when he rolled at midcourt.
I don't think he did, personally, because that ball was pretty much on the move consistently. I mean, he dove after it, put a good effort, but it's white ball.
So they're going to say 22 on the shot clock and possession to Tri-Valley. Jay Drake wants an explanation. So they're going to say that he crossed half court, which negates the 10 seconds. And then the ball is back, so Jay Drake going to get an explanation now. He turns back to John Roovers and going to get a further explanation. Nevertheless, it is Tri-Valley basketball, 16 on the shot clock as of right now. Oyen, one too many steps, travel called at the top of the key. Turnover and possession to Vermillion, now the sixth turnover of the game for Tri-Valley.
Jay Drake probably thanking the basketball gods there. Thinking that the ball don't lie.
Larson tries bouncing it to Landon Cerny, but an errant pass stolen away by Brady Jewett. 5th turnover by the Tanagers. Jewett, step back 3, got it. Brady Jewett, what a move by the sophomore. 12 points for him in the ball game. Back down to 8 is the lead, 30-22.
Yeah, they're going to have to find a way to stop Jewett beyond the arc because he's got a hot hand so far in this ball game.
Jensen Hills trying to respond with 3. That one's off the mark, no good. Gakey with the rebound. 30-22 your score, 4:45 to play here in the second quarter. Skip pass Bundy. Jewett, long 3, going to be short, and rebound to Trey Hansen. Hansen lost it for a moment. Now he gets it back, 4.5 to go. Gets a screen, now he'll pull up for 3. That one's just about going to miss everything. Rebound to Gakey. Kicks it up ahead, Jewett. Thought about the 3, now he'll step back and fake it again. Pass inside, going to be tipped around, stolen away by Trey Hansen. 4th steal for him. Up ahead, Cerny laying off the glass, no good. Gakey, another defensive rebound for him, now 3 in a row. Jewett just about lost it at half court. Now bounce pass to Wingen. Swing over. Gakey left side, now top of the key. Oyen, he'll drive baseline, lay in, blocked away from behind. Good block by Luke Jensen. Other way, Hansen, left-handed, lay in off the glass, and good for 2. Double figures now for Trey Hansen. He has 11 points, back up to a 10-point ball game, 32-22. 2/3 court trap by the Tanagers. Shot up and no good by Oyen. The rebound is controlled by Jensen. 5 rebounds for him. Both Budmeyer, Roovers, and Drake say slow down. Let's run some offense.
They're getting a lot of winded legs out there, too. You see Tri-Valley players kind of doubled over.
Hansen at the elbow. He'll kick out. Cerny for 3. That was Gabe Larson for 3 was off the mark. Rebound controlled by Oyen. Jewett for 3 the other way. That one's off the mark, no. And Larson with the rebound.
I know Jewett's got the hot hand, but that's one that you probably need to take to the rack. I mean, you probably have a better shot of hitting the 3-point play by making a layup and drawing a foul.
Under 3 minutes to go. Cerny, he'll pull up from the left wing. Got it. Landon Cerny is 6 points for him, all from deep. He is now 8 of 12 from the 3-point line this season. Oyen almost lost it as it was just about stolen from behind. Now it's loose once again, but he will keep it. Gakey now to Bundy. Bundy, he'll drive left baseline, spins middle, floater, no. Rebound Carter Hansen, now a rebounding foul. Going to be called on Tri-Valley. Going to be the first foul called here in quarter number 2. And the first whistle in about 3 minutes since that debacle at half court.
Yeah, this has been a much cleaner second quarter from what we saw early on. Again, I mentioned it was kind of a little bit uncharacteristic for Tri-Valley to end up in foul trouble that quickly. Looks like Carter Hansen's bleeding here on the Tanager bench.
Yeah, so again, new NFHS rule. He will have 20 seconds to either wash the blood off or get a new uniform. If the 20 seconds expire, he will have to come off. If not, he'll be able to go back in. Just kind of eliminate the quick blood timeouts and an unnecessary substitution. As now the 20 seconds has expired, so Carter Hansen will have to go out. Preister and Blanchette check in, so Amy Richardson getting that knee taped up. So now we're getting a little bit of discussion on if anybody called a timeout, and nobody did, so with 2:22 left to go in the second quarter. Getting everything sorted out, and the ball will be put in play by the Vermillion Tanagers. Spencer Blanchette will jog it up the floor, and now we have a whistle and the shot clock didn't go. Neither clock went, so we're going to go 2:17 on the game clock. I believe he said 30 on the shot clock. We'll get that set for you quickly. That is 21.7. There we go. 2:17 on the game clock will now be put up, and we'll reset the shot clock. Again, new everything here inside the Tri-Valley High School. Video boards, scoreboards, and a new iPad scoreboard that we've seen in the Corn Palace the last couple of years, so it'll take a bit to get used to for our scoreboard operators. At least here in Tri-Valley. Trey Hansen drives through contact, trying to draw fouls, not going to get anything called. Cerny, the hot hand, got it to go. Landon Cerny, 9 points for him, all from that left wing. 16-point ball game, 38-22. Gakey, and they try to get it inside, and the pass is intercepted by none other than Cerny. Now 8 turnovers. Quick 3 by Hansen is off the mark by quite a ways. Oyen with the rebound. 96 seconds to go here in the first half. Hughes. Gakey over to Wingen on the right wing. 1:25-18 on the shot clock. Pass is out of bounds. Not going to say it was touched by anybody. And possession back to Vermillion. Now the 9th turnover by Tri-Valley. Brandon Fettrell asking if that ball was tipped. And Chris Janish says no, it was not. Blanchette walks across the midcourt stripe, kicks over. Cerny, left wing 3, got it to go. Unbelievable. Landon Cerny, 12 points. He's now the leading scorer in the ball game, and we're up to a 19-point game, 41-22.
Him and Jewett going to battle this whole game out, apparently.
Hughes has it left wing. Gakey on the right side with 17 on the shot clock. Fakes a handoff. Now he will give it over to Wingen, top of the key. He drives left, kicks out. Aiden Bundy for 3. Got it. Good response there by Aiden Bundy out of the assist of Wingen. 3 seconds separate the shot clock and the game clock here inside Tri-Valley High School. Carter Hansen is back in. Count the bucket and the foul with the taped up knee for Carter Hansen. 13 points in the ball game. First 2 points for him here in the second quarter.
Yeah, he got off to a really hot start, but has been a little bit quiet since. But you don't need anybody else but Landon Cerny at the moment. I mean, he has been on fire from behind the arc.
Tristan Bundy and Brady Jewett check in for Tri-Valley. 1 free throw. Carter Hansen is good. Tanagers 8 of 10 from the line. Carter Hansen 14 points. Shot clock is off. Falling and no. Grabbing his ankle and his foot at the Tri-Valley 10-foot line is Tristan Bundy. We're going to clear out and know that it is Brady Jewett. So we are going to step aside very quickly, and we'll come back once the situation is cleared up. You're watching Tanager basketball on Live Ticket TV.
When the world feels big, a small note can mean everything. Find mental health support at sdbehavioralhealth.gov.
Welcome back to the Vermillion Booster Club Press Box, proud supporters of all Tanager athletics and the student athlete.
Welcome back, Vermillion Tanagers live. Back to Tri-Valley High School. Tanagers will have the ball. Brady Jewett was able to walk off on his own power. So they're going to take a look at him back in the locker room, actually right behind the bench. 8 seconds for Trey Hansen. He'll cross over. Now he'll hand it off. Preister lay-in is good. Off the glass out of the assist of Trey Hansen. Three-quarter court heave going to miss by quite a ways, and that is going to be your halftime score. The Vermillion Tanagers 46, the Tri-Valley Mustangs 25. We're going to step aside when we come back. First half stats and analysis that is on the way next. You're watching Vermillion Tanagers basketball on Vermillion Tanagers Live Ticket TV.
For healthier crops and stronger yields, count on Nutrien Ag Solutions. By partnering with the leader in plant nutrition, you'll have access to innovative products and unmatched service that deliver impact and efficiency to every acre. Healthier crops, happier growers. Lead the field this season and beyond. Find your local crop consultant at nutrienagsolutions.com.
What's your big picture?
To keep the farm in the family.
To pay off the loan.
To start my own operation.
To drive Grandpa's combine. Right, Grandpa?
If owning a successful operation is in your big picture, First Bank & Trust has ag experts to help you plan for the future.
To diversify.
To teach her how to drive a combine.
Find out how First Bank & Trust makes managing your farm easier at bankeasy.com.
Life can get pretty busy out there. Daily commutes, carpooling, and then there's that weekend getaway. Cenex is here to keep your vehicle fueled up for those long drives, your pantry stocked for those snack cravings, and the propane grill ready whenever you are. Things can move fast, but with your local Cenex, you can rest assured that everything on your list will get a check mark, all in a day's work, powered locally at Cenex.
Agriculture is like no other business, which makes Farm Credit Services of America like no other lender. Owned by the farmers and ranchers we serve, our customers have a voice in how we work, a stake in what we do, and share in our success. Discover a lender that works for you at Farm Credit Services of America.
This is what matters. This is beyond X's and O's. This is the difference mutual respect makes. This is what character looks like. This is what defines us in South Dakota. This is sportsmanship. School sports, it's not the outcome that matters most, but the way the games are played. This message presented by the South Dakota High School Activities Association and the South Dakota Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
In times like these, it's good to know there's a place where people know who you are, no matter how long you've been gone. A place where the smells of home cooking are still in the air, where a simple wave warms your heart, and sharing stories is just a way of life. It's good to be home. Agraria Insurance Company, protecting what's important in life. Contact your local Agraria Insurance Company agent.
Welcome back to the Vermillion Booster Club Press Box, proud supporters of all Tanager athletics and the student athlete.
Welcome back, Vermillion Tanagers Live Ticket TV. As your halftime score, the Vermillion Tanagers lead the Tri-Valley's Mustangs on the boys' side of things, 46-25. Here are your first half statistics. First for the Tri-Valley Mustangs, 25 points. Their leading scorer, Brady Jewett, 12 points, all from beyond the arc, and a rebound and a steal as well for him. Aiden Bundy, Tegan Gakey, Tristan Bundy all have 3. Ty Oyen has 4 points and 4 rebounds for them. Tri-Valley, 13 points in the first, 9 in the second for their total of 25. They also had 9 turnovers in that first half. For the Vermillion Tanagers, 46 points, pretty balanced scoring at the top. Carter Hansen, 14 points, 5 rebounds for him to lead the way. Landon Cerny, 12 points, all in that second quarter for him, 4 for 4 from deep, and a rebound as well as a steal for him. Spencer Blanchett off the bench had an assist. Luke Jensen, 5 rebounds and a block for him. Gabe Larson, 3 rebounds. Trey Hansen, 11 points, 2 rebounds, an assist, and 4 steals in the ball game for him. Carson Preister, 9 points in that first half for him in the ball game. They score 46 points, 25 in the first, 21 in the second for their total of 46. 8 of 10 from the free throw line, just 5 turnovers in that first half. Again, your halftime score, 46-25. As I turn it over to my color commentator, producer, broadcast partner, whatever you want to call him, Spencer Buley. Star track athlete as well. Throw that one in there as well.
Working on it.
It's a big lead for the Vermillion Tanagers, 21 points taking care of business. I mean, they've made some shots that they've needed to. They've gotten some defensive shots. They've slowed down Brady Jewett once he started to get hot. All around, solid quarter after that shaky start for Vermillion.
Yeah, well, they responded very well to the three-point shooting. I mean, Landon Cerny caught fire there towards the end of the second quarter, 12 points off of the three ball, and it happened very quickly. So a great job responding for the shooting behind the arc. They created some turnovers there in that second quarter. I thought they just played faster and more aggressive than the Tri-Valley Mustangs, and it resulted in a lot of fast break points. They finished well around the hoop. You said it yourself, Cole. I mean, they've been firing on all cylinders, executing, taking care of business on both ends, both defense and offense, and it's been a very clean game, especially in that second quarter.
And Spencer, you look at that first half and you kind of look forward to the second half, obviously up 21 points, and you don't want to look too far ahead. But again, Vermillion, they do play tomorrow against a very fast, pretty solid Pine Ridge team in a neutral site. How important is it in the second half, up 21? Obviously, you want to get the job done, but you don't want to really do it lackadaisical. You want to finish it.
Yeah, they got to take care of business quickly. I think that's a great point. I mean, they have a very short turnaround playing tomorrow morning against, as you mentioned, a very quick Pine.
5:30.
5:30. Who do we have in the morning?
Del Rapids are the two teams. We'll have two Del Rapids games in the morning at 9:30 and 11.
Well, either way, we'll have a lot of coverage on Live Ticket TV tomorrow. But either way, short turnaround, playing again tomorrow. But I mean, they've got to take care of business. They don't want to drag this game on. They want to come in, get the job done, get off their legs, go rest up for tomorrow night's game.
Again, your halftime score, 46-25. Let's take a look at some scores from around the state of South Dakota on the girls' side of things. Mount Vernon Plankington with the upset over Lennox, 39-33. Roll Titans, baby. Big upset for them. Also big for DAC 12 and Region 4 standings. Beersford defeats Parker 59-28. Hamlin defeats Castlewood 54-20. Hanson over Irene Wakanda. That score is old. We'll see if we can get that one updated for you. Ethan defeats Scotland Minnow 58-22. Dakota Valley over Cedar Catholic 60-51. Sioux Falls Christian leads West Central 55-51. 3 minutes to go in that ball game as we transition over to the boys' side of things. Beersford defeats Parker 57-44. West Central defeats Hill City 62-45. Viborg Hurley defeats Pine Ridge 63-58. Wow. That's going to be an interesting score to look for tomorrow. Again, both those teams will play in Hurley, not each other, but as part of the inaugural Midwest Miracles Classic. Baltic leads Coleman Egan 51-45. Hanson leads Irene Wakanda 29-20. Number 2 in Class A, Hamlin leads number 1 in Class B, Castlewood 54-28. And Parks defeats Winner 49-37. That's a look at scores from around the state of South Dakota. When we come back, it is second half action from inside Tri-Valley High School. That is on the way next. Vermillion Tanagers Live Ticket TV.
Best Western Ramkota Hotel in Aberdeen is the place to stay for business or the weekend family getaway. You'll feel right at home with ample parking, spacious guest rooms, and complimentary breakfast. And with a convenient location, you'll have easy access to local attractions and events in the area. While staying at the Best Western Ramkota, guests can enjoy an indoor water play land, an on-site Minerva's restaurant, exercise facility, wedding services, and a business center. For friendly service and a great stay, make your reservation today.
Farming today requires constant adjustment, innovation, and the right seed. And you'll find that with Pioneer Seed at Dakota Seed and Services in Irene and Vermillion. With the most advanced technologies and local experts, Dakota Seed and Service share in your hard work on the farm, adapting to an ever-changing industry. When you need the right seed, protection, and service, make it Dakota Seed and Services in Irene and Vermillion.
Back to the Vermillion Booster Club Press Box, proud supporters of all Tanager athletics and the student athlete.
Welcome back inside Tri-Valley High School. Again, I apologize, Spencer, for getting back so I know you're pointing at me and spinning your finger like I would, but I was just listening to this.
I wasn't spinning my finger.
I was just listening to this halftime playlist that we got going on here, and Tri-Valley High School. Quite a bit of variety of music, and it is still going. I don't know where it's coming from, but I wonder if they're going to unplug it here anytime soon, as the music is still rolling. So let's see if they keep playing. Vermillion will start with the ball going right to left on your screen. The music is still going, and now...
Hey, it's like all this is just an NBA environment. You know, that's how you go to an NBA game. They got some beats rolling the whole time. They're just preparing the guys for the league.
I don't know where the music's coming from. It might be up here beside us. That I do not know.
They're working on it.
There we go. Maybe.
Hey, I've got to give Tri-Valley credit that there has been no lack in the production side tonight. It has been an awesome environment, and barring the music going a little long, they have done flawless here tonight. It has been a cool thing to be a part of here on opening night.
The music is still on. It's now just very quiet. So that's the update. That's what we were waiting for here. Now the music is off. And now we are getting ready to roll, maybe. And yes, the ball will get put into play. Landon Cerny, 6 seconds off the game clock and the shot clock, but we are officially going here in quarter number 3 again. Huge shout out to Tri-Valley. New facility, new video board, new everything. Had some scoreboard troubles in the JV games and on the music, but it has been a very pleasant game day experience. Like you commented earlier, Spencer, feels like a college game in the Sanford Coyote Sports Center. As quickly a shot missed, and Oyen with the rebound for Tri-Valley. Now they're going left to right in their home white uniforms. Quick 3 off the side of the backboard and no good by Gakey. Rebound to Vermillion, and it's pushed up ahead right to left. Hansen, he'll drive, kicks out. Hot hand for 3, in and out, no good. I really thought he had that one as well. Rebound controlled by Oyen. Long pass up ahead. It was lost for a moment. But now they got it back. Gakey, he'll shoot the long 3 in, nail it. Tegan Gakey, again, their leading scorer coming into the ball game, 18 points on average. He just has 6 tonight. 48-28. Trey Hansen laying on the other way off the glass and good for 2. Back up to a 22-point ball game, 50-28, as I believe the scoreboard not yet updated. Quick 3 the other way. That's off back iron, no, by Bundy. Rebound controlled by Trey Hansen. Hansen, crossover behind his back, kicks over. Jensen for 3 is off the mark and no. Rebound will be controlled by Bundy. Bundy coast to coast, lay in, good for Tristan Bundy. 48-30 is the score, so that scoreboard is right, huh? I just got off.
I believe so.
I just got off in my head, I guess. Well, there you go.
So. One thing I want to point out, Cole, we saw Jewett go down in that first half. He's back on the floor just with a change of shoes, if I'm not mistaken.
3-pointer quickly by Luke Jensen, his first 3 points of the game. It'll be a 30-second timeout by Jay Drake. We're going to step aside, take it with him, back to Tri-Valley in 30.
There's no better organization that gives back to the student athletes than the Booster Club. The Vermillion Booster Club is committed to helping all student athletes grow. Join the Tanager faithful today by becoming a member at GoTanagers.com. While you're there, check out Team Apparel for your favorite sports team. Like them on Facebook to stay up to date on all the latest information and sports games. Join the Vermillion Boosters today and go Tanagers.
Welcome back to the Vermillion Booster Club Press Box, proud supporters of all Tanager athletics and the student athlete.
Welcome back to Tri-Valley High School, home of the Mustangs, where the Tanagers travel for a road doubleheader. Girls got the win in a tough game by 3. Boys up 51-30, 5:50 to go in the third quarter. Again, very important. Take care of business and get out of here, because at 5 p.m. or roughly thereabouts tomorrow, they will travel to Hurley and take on Pine Ridge, the Thorpes. Quick 3 by Tegan Gakey is good by Tri-Valley, and it's back within 20. It's now an 18-point game. Jay Drake getting after his assistant coaches, maybe just ranting a little bit on his team's inability to play defense here in the second half so far. Floater, Trey Hansen off the glass and no good. Rebound to Alex Wingens, second board of the ball game for him. And Tri-Valley, very good shooting team from deeps this season, and they've put up some points. They're not afraid to let them fly. Just like that, Oyen for three, got it to go. Ty Oyen, and now, just like that, back to 15. At the rate Tri-Valley is going at, a 5-possession ball game, 51-36.
Yeah, the Mustangs are never going to be out of it. With their three-point shooting ability, they will never be out of this ball game. So it's a matter of it's going to be a lot of points needed from the Tanagers in order to put this thing away, and they're going to have to do it just like that.
Quick three by Luke Jensen. That one's good. Just 6 points for him in the ball game. Came in averaging 14 points. He's a 50% three-point shooter. Quickly the other way, just about a wedgie there by Wingen, but that's off the mark and no. Cerny with the rebound up ahead. That one is off the glass and good for two for Luke Jensen. Now 8 points. He has 8 out of the 10 Tanager points here in quarter number 3. 56-36. Oyen, free throw line jumpers off the mark, no. Rebound still loose. Cerny comes up with it. Now his third of the ball game, second of the quarter. Trey Hansen, he drives, lost it. Out of bounds, last touched by Tri-Valley. And I get an earful from Dre Drake saying, let's just stick to the basics here.
Yeah, I mean, they're going to need to guard the three-pointer here for Vermillion on the defensive side. I mean, again, nobody wants to get out of here with it's a 20-point ball game, but, running clock, only a couple of runs away for Vermillion. Nobody wants that to happen more than Jay Drake, so he's going to be fired up wanting his team to put this thing away stress-free.
Luke Jensen, top of the key, three ball, got it to go. Double figures all of a sudden for Luke Jensen, and now Brandon Fetro, he'll take a 30-second timeout. We'll step aside and take it with them. Back to Tri-Valley High School in 30 seconds.
One life, kids.
Welcome back to the Vermillion Booster Club Press Box, proud supporters of all Tanager athletics and the student athlete.
Welcome back to welcome back to Tri-Valley High School. 23-point lead for the Vermillion Tanagers. 3:44 to go here in the third quarter. Luke Jensen is now the hot hand. 11 points all in this quarter for him. Now Tri-Valley has it, skips it over. Aiden Bundy in out of the timeout. Bounce pass Oyen inside. The lay-in is good. Off the glass for two. First assist for Bundy. 9 points now for Oyen. 21-point lead, 59-38. Trey Hansen hands off. Gabe Larson, 14-footer through contact, and now whistle and a foul, and Larson will go to the free throw line to shoot two. Second foul on Bundy.
We have not had many fouls here in this third quarter either. It's really cleaned up since that first. It's not the first one of the quarter, is it?
That is the first one of the quarter.
It is the first one.
We only saw two in the second.
So much more like we predicted early on.
We saw 10 combined in the first, 2 in the second, and now just the one so far in quarter number 3. First free throw, no good. Second free throw, good for Larson. First points of the ball game for him.
I think he hit both of them.
Did he hit both of them?
I believe he hit both of them.
Okay. My apologies on that one.
If that's not true, my apologies. But I'm pretty sure I hit the button twice.
All right. Well, there we go, 61-38.
Memories of a goldfish up here in the booth.
Apparently. In our defense, it is late here tonight inside Tri-Valley, and we both got about an hour and 15 left to go home.
And the athletes are not the only ones who have a long day tomorrow in the basketball court.
Again, I do not know. We'll probably ask Lewis Budmeyer in the post-game interview if they're going to practice at all or a walkthrough maybe tomorrow, but they're going to have to rest their legs because that is a very fast and athletic Pine Ridge team that is not afraid to throw on a press throughout the whole game. Carter Hansen inside. That lay-in is good for him. He's the leading scorer. 16 points the ball game now for Carter. 61-38, or 63-38. There we go. Finally got it updated on the scoreboard. Shot inside, turnaround. Lay-in is good for number 3, Tristan Bundy, and the foul. Going to be on Trey Hansen, second personal, first team foul. Alex Wingen will check in for the Tri-Valley Mustangs. Again, 8 games as part of the inaugural Midwest Miracles Classic, a benefit for Kobe Sherman and pediatric cancer. All 8 games on vhcougars.liveticket.tv as Bundy makes the free throw. Now 8 points for him. It will be a pay-per-view, $12.99. As a quick 3 by Luke Jensen. Another one for him, now 14 in the ball game for Luke Jensen. Again, exclusive stream on Live Ticket TV. Myself and Spencer Buley will be right back on the call tomorrow. 3 ball, got it. What a shot. Tegan Gakey now 12 points for him. Jay Drake said something along the lines of unbelievable. And now quickly the way, 2 minutes to go in the third. 24-point lead. Blanchette has it right wing. He lost it inside, spins, kicks out. Jensen, he'll step back, and it's going to be short. He should have taken the first one, and Gakey with the rebound. He wants to go coast to coast. Now pounce pass up ahead. Bundy blocked from behind. Big block by Carter Hansen.
I'm a little bit on the wavelength of Jay Drake here. I mean, I'm very impressed with the three-point shooting that we've seen tonight from both sides. I mean, we, before Christmas break hit for at least me, got to see Vermillion shoot the lights out down at Sioux Falls Lutheran. And they've done very well here tonight, but, I mean, Tri-Valley has kept up with them.
Give you a stat for you. I was going to say Trey Hansen blocked it and then stepped out of bounds. If you had to guess, right now, an educated guess there, Mr. Spencer Buley, how many of the 44 points by Tri-Valley have been scored from beyond the arc?
32.
How would you score 32 points all from 3?
That's a great point, 33.
It is 30 is the correct answer. So you were very close. Your first answer was way off.
You got to remember, I'm thinking when you ask me a question like that, my first thought is a number, not a multiple. All right.
I wasn't even going to say, when you were thinking about it, I was going to say, remember, it has to be a multiple of 3, but I didn't, and maybe I should have.
Hey, I haven't taken a math class since my freshman year of college, all right? And that's what
I haven't either. I still got it.
I knocked those out in high school, and I was out of here.
I guess I did take a business statistics class my sophomore year.
All right, so you got me beat. I don't want to hear
I do.
it.
Well, clearly.
And I'm a year older than you.
Yeah, clearly. 3 ball by Ty Oyen is off the mark and no good, but an offensive rebound controlled by Alex Wingen, his 3rd rebound of the game. Fresh shot clock, 1:12 to go. Quick 3, that's off the mark and no. Rebound fought for, but it will be controlled by Jensen. Now he lost it. Turnover Vermillion. Oyen has it with another fresh shot clock, 60 seconds to go. Strong pass and was swinging around. Oyen drives right, floater no. Rebound still on the floor, and Cerny will control it finally for the Vermillion Tanagers. About 18 seconds separate shot clock and game clock here in quarter number 3. Cerny drives baseline, and now we're going to get an offensive foul called. And it's going to go on, I believe, Carson Preister, and yes, it will. They're going to say he illegally sealed the edge for Landon Cerny.
That's a heck of a call for high school ball. Maybe the first time I've seen it.
So now 5 seconds separate shot clock and game clock. Mustangs will bring it up again. 22-point ball game, 66-44. Tanagers looking for that coveted number 30. Oyen, Hughes. Hughes drives middle, lay in, no, too strong. Rebound Carter Hansen, he's got 15 on the shot clock. Carter, he drives, and now he'll slow things up at the volleyball 10-foot line, back to half court. Carter Hansen with 8. Hansen with 6, with 5, makes his move through contact, no good. But Carter Hansen with 2.8 will go to the free throw line to shoot 2. Foul is on Oyen, his 4th personal. First free throw for Carter Hansen is good. 17 points now in the ball game for him. And Tristan Bundy will come in. Lena Hughes will go out. As well as Oyen went out and somebody else came in for him. I didn't see who else checked in for Tri-Valley. As the second one is also good, now 18 points. See what they can do with 2.8. Full court man pressure. They get it in Jewett. Jewett half court heave. Just off the mark and no good. Would have been good if it gone, but it did not. And then it's how the third quarter will end. 68-44 your score. We're going to step aside for the fourth quarter. When we come back, you're watching Tanager basketball.
Hard and our thoughts get too much to bear. Finding the resiliency within us can help us find healing. The 988 Suicide and Crisis Lifeline provides 24/7 free support for anyone in suicidal distress or emotional crisis. All texts and calls are anonymous and connect you to local resources that uphold cultural values and pave the way to healing. Find the strength within you. Find the strength within our culture. Reach out if you need help today.
Out here, you learn that to keep growing, you have to keep changing. CHS and the farmers and ranchers we serve know all about change, because together we've changed agriculture. That's why we're the largest farmer-owned cooperative in the country. So farmers own the system they count on, with advantages at every step. From innovative tools that help crops grow, to grain processing expertise, to energy solutions, we create connections to empower agriculture. Learn more at chsinc.com.
Welcome back to the Vermillion Booster Club Press Box, proud supporters of all Tanager athletics and the student athlete.
Welcome back, Tri-Valley High School, Colton, South Dakota, northwest of Sioux Falls, a little north of Hartford. I'm Cole Larsch, alongside me, Spencer Buley. Final quarter of action here inside the brand new Tri-Valley High School. As a quick pull-up two, Alex Wingen, first 2 points of the ball game for him. Tanagers are trying to finish this thing off. Again, they have a game 5 o'clock tomorrow inside Viborg Hurley Middle School. As a support of Kobe Sherman and Pediatric Cancer, the Midwest Miracles Classic. 16 points now for Luke Jensen, all in this second half. It's back up to a 24-point game, 70-46.
Yeah, I've been very impressed with Jensen here in the second half, especially, I mean, that drive right there, just learning how to use his size underneath on some strong takes. He's been pretty active on the boards as well and shoots the ball incredibly well.
Hansen, floater the other way, is off the mark. Gakey with the rebound. Yeah, you talk about Luke Jensen, 53% from the field, 50 from three, and he's perfect from the free throw line so far this season coming into the game. He averaged 14 points. Did not see him score in the first half. That was kind of odd. And then he just all of a sudden caught fire there in that third quarter. Trey Hansen, three ball is good for Trey. 16 points out of the assist of his brother Carter, 73-46. Bundy has it in the corner. It's poked away, stolen by Trey Hansen. Now 5 steals for him. Trey hands it off. Carter, lay-in is good. Playing a little backyard basketball here are the Hansen brothers. 75-46. Carter assists Trey. Trey assists Carter, just like that. 29-point ball game. Tanagers switch up defenses, and a 3-ball is good by Tegan Gakey. Now 15 points for him in the ball game. All from behind the arc for Tegan Gakey. 6 minutes to go in the ball game. Hansen lost it, tapped out of bounds.
Now, if I'm Vermillion, I might want to slow things down a little bit. Just control the pace of this game. But it's tough. I mean, as we mentioned, Tri-Valley's never out of it.
They got some really good shooters on their end. We saw it when it went from 26 down to 15 just like that. And that was the closest that Tri-Valley ended up getting it. But very capable squad are these Tri-Valley Mustangs when their shooting is getting hot. Trey Hansen got it from 3, left wing. Trey Hansen, 19 points for him. And it's back up to a 29-point game, 78-49. Gakey, skip pass into the corner. That is number 4, Mason Hemme, who's in the ball game for the first time. Jewett's 3 is off the mark. Cerny with the rebound. Hemme, a 5'10 junior guard. Carter Hansen gets it inside, passes underneath, lay in good. for Gabe Larson, and there is the magic number for the Vermillion Tanagers. 31-point lead. It'll be a running clock from here on out. The clock will stop for timeouts and free throws. Other than that, it will run. Again, they just wanted to come in here in the second half, take care of business as they play at 5 p.m. or thereabouts tomorrow. Oyen, quick three from the top of the key. That one's good. 52-80. 4:45 to go here in the fourth quarter. Again, this is a solid Tri-Valley squad. They just ran into a team in Vermillion that's shooting a bit better than them, which is hard to do because Tri-Valley is shooting pretty well. Cerny with the offensive rebound, but he goes out of bounds. So possession will go to Tri-Valley, and getting some substitutions in late for both these squads. Again, the clock keeps on rolling, or else it's supposed to be. It is not. Trey Hansen, Carter Hansen, they will check out, presumably for the last time in the ball game. Well, the rule is 30-point lead, and now another sub. Landon Hughes checks back in.
Could have stopped it for the floor spot. I guess that maybe that's an exception to the rule.
Did they wipe up some water down there?
They did wipe up a little bit of water.
Yeah, there was the stoppage. That was the officials' timeout on the floor is what they stopped it for. Landon Cerny, Spencer Blanchette, Carson Preister, Cade Roovers, and Luke Jensen, the five out there for the Vermillion Tanagers. Preister drives baseline, kicks it back out to Cerny. Left wing three, in and out, no good. Rebound tapped around, and now Roovers going to get a rebounding foul. Can't fault him, though, just a hustle play as, again, you'll see the clock keep on running. That is exactly what happened there. They took the officials' timeout for water stoppage. And now Sean Doan will check in, as well as Trenton Thomas will check in. So all five starters out of the ball game. And Parker Hemme, the 5'10 junior guard, is in, and Tristan Bundy is out for the Tri-Valley Mustangs. 3:23 to play in quarter number 4.
Yeah, that's huge we mentioned it. There was nobody who wanted this clock to be a running clock more than Jay Drake, to be able to rest his starters and save a quarter off their legs, pretty much. That's huge for tomorrow's game.
Especially in a game that's moving this fast. You think about it, maybe in a slower paced game, but one that's been as back and forth as this, it's very important to save those legs. As Preister with a second personal foul. At the line is Ty Oyen. Oyen and Hughes. First free throws off the mark. Aiden Bundy, Mason Hemme, and Parker Hemme are the five out there for the Tri-Valley Mustangs. Second free throw, good as well. Good. As now number 23, Kobe Chrome, the 6'1 sophomore forward, will check in for the Mustangs. Under 3 minutes to play, 80-53. Roovers. Blanchette has it. As Jay Drake going a little bit deeper into his bench. Roovers kicks out into the corner. Sean Doan for three, going to be too strong. Rebound is controlled by Aiden Bundy. Pass it ahead, Parker Hemme. Hemme. Over to Parker, now to Aiden Bundy. Left wing three, got it. Aiden Bundy, 6 points for him now in the ball game, all from deep. 80-56. Blanchette, he'll drive left and lost it on the way up, but it's picked up by Sean Doan. He thought he traveled, so he stopped moving, but no whistle. Again, play is not over till the whistle blows. But possession will stay with Vermillion as a couple more substitutes in there for both teams. Number 22, Hunter Morse, checks in, and now the lay-in is good. And as I was looking who number 22 was, I missed who scored that one. We'll get that one caught up. A quick three the other way is off the mark and no good.
Sean Doan
there we
was
go.
The one who put that last layup in.
Morse has it. He'll stutter step and drive left, and then he lost it. Stolen away. Karsten Moeller, the 6'4 junior forward, is in there. Rocking a pretty sick mullet is Moeller. Again, just 1:05 left here in running clock in quarter number 4. 82-56. The Vermillion Tanagers will move to 3-1 on the season. Again, their next game is on Saturday, where they will take on Pine Ridge. And then on Tuesday, the boys and girls will travel to Yankton for an away doubleheader. Inside, Hunter Morse off the glass and good for 2. First 2 points of the game for him.
It's been impressive, these second strings in for Vermillion right now. Looking good.
Hemme, Chrome, Lawson Lodnall is also in there for Tri-Valley. Mason Hemme, he drives the elbow. Moeller, Parker Hemme now with 7 on the shot clock, and Moeller lost it out of bounds. Excuse me, that was Lawson Lodmill who lost it out of bounds. So Tanagers will throw it in with under 10 on the clock. They do not have to get it across half, and that is how your ball game will end. The Vermillion Tanagers 84, the Tri-Valley Mustangs 56. And that is going to be your final score. Again, Tri-Valley moves to 2 and 3 on their season. The Vermillion Tanagers will move to 3-1 overall. For Vermillion, their next action will be tomorrow, again in the Midwest Miracles Classic. We'll give you a full preview of that as well as a full recap of this one after this break. We're going to step aside when we come back. Final post-game stats and analysis, as well as potentially a couple of interviews. That is on the way next. Vermillion Tanagers Live Ticket TV.
Nice.
Maytag appreciates a compliment, but this Maytag washer isn't just eye candy.
Wow.
Inside, it's got the capacity and power to handle even the mightiest loads.
I love this.
Yeah, she's a beaut.
It's a he.
How do you know?
Don't worry about it.
Find Maytag products and the industry's best appliances at your local dealer, Merce Appliance, downtown Vermillion.
Birds like tanagers are great at flying out of the way to miss your car. Deer and other drivers are not. If you're in any kind of accident, bring your vehicle to Blaine's Body Shop in Vermillion. We repair your vehicle to pre-accident condition and handle the entire process from start to finish, including an accurate estimate and dealing with the insurance adjuster. So good luck to the tanagers, and if you're in an accident, bring your vehicle to
Blaine's Body Shop. Blaine's Body Shop. Automotive collision repair.
Hey kids, it's never too early to start planning for your future. Did you know Masaba provides scholarships and tuition assistance? They are committed to your success, offering engineering, drafting, and welding opportunities, plus scholarships, job shadowing, and mentorship programs. Learn more at masabainc.com/career. When I grow up, I want to work at Masaba.
Masaba Manufacturing. Unlock your future and rock with us.
Midwest Ready Mix and Equipment is your locally owned and operated ready mix company. Their specialty, 6x6 front discharge mixer trucks that allows for better placement of concrete and ease of use. Midwest Ready Mix and Equipment offers the highest quality of concrete products and aggregate, and also a full-service dealer for Logon equipment featuring telehandlers, excavators, and ASV track skid loaders for purchase or rent. Midwest Ready Mix and Equipment, East Highway 50, Vermillion.
CoreCares helps individuals stay at home by offering caregiving, nursing, and medical alert systems in over 55 communities in South Dakota. Specializing in tasks like bathing, meal prep, and medication setups, our well-trained staff delivers exceptional care. We invest in our team through customized training and comprehensive benefits. To learn more about job opportunities or services, visit our website at corecares.com. CoreCares, proudly serving our community.
Jensen Kennels is your safe place to take your dog while you're away. They have over 7,000 square feet of indoor run space and outdoor play yards. They pride themselves in providing enrichment both mentally and physically for all types of dog. And speaking of size, Jensen Kennels can host any size of dog, from the smallest Boston Terrier to the largest Great Dane. To find out the full services Jensen Kennels offers, check out their website and Facebook pages. Next time you need your dog to stay in a safe, fun environment, make it Jensen's Kennels.
Welcome back to the Vermillion Booster Club Press Box, proud supporters of all Tanager athletics and the student athlete.
Welcome back. Tri-Valley High School, there we go. That's the words I was thinking for. Colton, South Dakota. Just off a corner of a couple highways. Your final score here in the boys' game, 84-56. Let's get you your final numbers. First for the Tri-Valley Mustangs, 56 points, their leading scorer. Tegan Gakey, 15 points, 5 rebounds for him in the ball game. And the rest of the stats, as I see them numerically on my stat sheet. Aiden Bundy, 6 points, a rebound and an assist for him. Tristan Bundy, 8 points, 1 rebound, 1 assist, and 1 steal. Brady Jewett, 12 points, 2 rebounds, and a steal for him. Ty Oyen, 13 points, 6 rebounds for him in the ballgame. Landon Hughes with a rebound and an assist. And Alex Wingen with 2 points, 3 boards, and an assist. They score 13 in the first, 9 in the second, 19 in the third, 12 in the fourth quarter for their total of 56 points. For the Vermillion Tanagers, their leading scorer, Carter Hansen, 20 points, 6 rebounds for him in the ballgame. Trey Hansen, 19 points, 3 rebounds, 2 assists, 5 steals in the ballgame for him. Luke Jensen, 16 points and 6 boards. Landon Cerny, the man who's about to do a post-game interview, 12 points and 5 rebounds for him. Carson Preister with 9. Gabe Larson, 4 points and 4 boards. And Sean Doan with 2 points now as they bring in the senior captain, one of the 2 captains here in this Tanager squad, Landon Cerny. And Landon, obviously a very good second quarter for you, 4 for 4 from the three-point line.
Correct.
Now you came in 6 for 10 from 3, so maybe not very many shots again. But when you got your chance, you capitalized very well in that second quarter.
Yes.
How'd that feel?
Felt great. Yeah, I've been waiting to get shots up and whatnot, and finally I just let it fly, and I knew it was going to go in and whatnot. So I was happy with the result.
Now, is that something that is that Coach Budmeyer over here telling you not to shoot so much, even though you got your hot hand?
No, he tells me to let it fly all the time. He knows I can shoot and whatnot.
Obviously, a big win for you and your squad, 84-56. It just seems like after you got past that slow start in that first quarter, all things seem to start clicking offensively. Was that just something you guys drew up? Was it just something that just happened naturally, or what happened in that Jay Drake timeout?
I think it just kind of happened naturally. We usually get off to a slow start, it always feels like, in our games and whatnot, and then we finally kind of pick up the pace, get out and running and whatnot, and then the open threes happen, and it all kind of just comes together, and we, as Coach Drake would say, string it all together with stops and buckets on the other end.
Now, defensively, other than, Tri-Valley, they shot very well from the three-point line, 39 out of their 56 points, but you had the size advantage inside. Forced a lot of turnovers. I quit counting there after that first half, but 9 in that first half. How did that help you guys turn defense into offense?
Yeah, that's always one of our goals, to make the other team turn the ball over and whatnot, and it leads to, obviously, open buckets, open layups, transition points, and that's really how you win the basketball game.
Now, it's been a while since you guys last played. It was before Christmas inside the Sanford Cowett Sports Center. How good was it to be out there back playing a different team? Kind of like we said, before the season you just play yourselves quite a bit.
Yeah.
How was it to actually get out here and play a different team?
It's great. This is a great gym, great place, brand new and whatnot. It was nice to play someone else. We've been stuck in the gym at 9 a.m. every morning and just keep going. And then finally this week we're going to play 4 games here and whatnot, and that'll be awesome. So it's good to get out.
Let's say big week upcoming for you guys. You have a game tomorrow against the pretty talented Pine Ridge squad.
Yes.
They actually played in Viborg Hurley today. They took the loss.
Oh, really? Wow.
So that's going to be a surprising score. But what are you looking for against Pine Ridge?
Well, they have one of the best players in the state, Marvin Rich, the third. He's very good, and we're going to have to do a lot to try to stop him. And they're a very good team. They like to run more than we do. They get out and they go, and it'll be a great game, I think. And it's for a good cause as well with that classic and whatnot. So that'll be awesome.
And you talk about obviously running. You guys were able to rest your legs a little bit, got it back up, got it up to that 30-point margin.
Yes.
How good does that feel? Get up big, get subbed out early in that fourth quarter.
It's great. It was great. It was great to get Hunter and Trent back in and whatnot. They had some issues, and they finally got back in, and they got in the varsity game, and that was awesome to see.
Well, Landon, again, congratulations. Good game for you. 12 points, 5 rebounds for you. Good game today, and good luck tomorrow in Hurley.
Awesome. Thank you.
Again, on the post-game show, Landon Cerny has hand over the nice and sweaty headset to assistant coach Lewis Budmeyer, who now joins us on the post-game show. Coach, you know, it's been a while since you guys last played. How excited were you to get back out on the court?
Nothing's better than this time of year. So you kind of get the cool thing about Christmas break, and like when I played college ball too, Christmas break was the best basketball ever because you felt like a professional. Only job you had was to go to practice and play games. It's kind of it's a fun time for the kids. Their only responsibility is being a basketball player. So it's fun for the kids to experience that, not having the responsibility of school and stuff like that. But it was good to get back out and play. Absolute beautiful facility here in Tri-Valley. I mean, when you spend the money, I always say do it right. They sure as heck did it right. Man, beautiful venue. Awesome thing they got going on here. But it was good to get out, get the kids playing, and they played well tonight.
Again, big win, 84-56. Now you guys, again, slow start a little bit in that first quarter. Got a little bit fired up there in that first break timeout. And then it seemed like defensively, you guys weren't letting anything inside.
Yeah, absolutely. We always pride ourselves in the defensive end. Coach Strake called a great timing timeout, just kind of get the kids refocused. We knew they were going to come out firing with how tight the girls' game was. This was an electric gym tonight, first game in this gym. We knew they were going to come out throwing the first punch, and we just had to counter. Took us a little bit to counter. But besides the timeout, a huge spark we had off the bench tonight, and I think it totally changed the tide of the game, was Carson Preister. I can't give that kid enough compliments. He's a kid that shows up every single day, does all the little things right, and he affected the game. We always preach to the kids, you never know how or when, but find a way to impact winning in this program. And he found his way tonight, and he sparked us. We went on that big run to end the first half to kind of give us a comfortable lead at half. But we've learned early on this year, no lead is safe.
Yeah, again, you talk about that first quarter. It was the Hansen and Hansen show, and then Carson Preister, 7 points off the bench for him. Then you kind of transitioned to that second quarter. Landon Cerny, the man we just talked to, 4 big threes for him. I mean, how good was that just for him to see some shots go up and especially go in?
Yeah, absolutely. The big thing, the second quarter, we kind of let him back in the game due to a lack of good quality three-point shots. Cerny is a great catch-and-shoot shooter, and we did a great job. Almost all 4 of those were inside-out threes, and we always preach, you get a good inside-out catch-and-shoot three, let it fly. And they fell for Cerny, but huge compliment to Tri-Valley. Holy cow, they shot the crap out of the ball tonight. They did a heck of a job. Really good pace on offense, and they shot the ball really well. So it's kind of maybe a concerned place we need to do better on the defensive end because we're going to see a very similar type offensive style tomorrow against Pine Ridge.
I was say, just looking ahead to the Thorpes of Pine Ridge, they just played tonight, lost to Viborg Hurley, but that's a team I got to watch them in the Corn Palace over the weekend. Mm-hmm. They're going to be fast. They're going to chuck up a lot of threes. Obviously, you're Tri-Valley. 39 out of their 56 points were from deep. How are you going to make the adjustments going into tomorrow?
We got to be cleaner with ball screens, jump into the basketball. When they got their open looks, a lot of times there's just a lack of communication. And it's a frustrating thing as a coach because the easiest thing to do in the world is to talk because they love talking to each other when it's not basketball. But when it comes between the lines of playing in a game, guys, just open your mouths. You just got to talk a little bit. So we'll clean that stuff up. It's kind of a cool little rivalry we've built with Pine Ridge over the last couple of years. 2 years ago, we picked them up late, needed a game, and we got them in our gym. Then last year they got us twice, and they got Marvin, one of the best players in the state. That kid's he's the real deal. He's dang good, and they got a good pieces around him as well. One thing I'll always give Pine Ridge a compliment is they know how they play ball. They know their culture, and no matter where, when, who, they're going to play their game, and that's how it's going to be.
And tomorrow, will you have a practice at all, maybe a walkthrough to get ready, or is it just kind of show up and hope for the best?
Yeah, we'll keep our routine going. So over break, we always practice at 9 a.m., so we'll do a 9 a.m. shoot-around tomorrow, just kind of keep the routine, sleep schedule the same. The girls' game went late, and I'm talking too much, so we're going to go late here, getting out of here. But normal routine, 9 a.m. tomorrow, and then it'll be my first time at Viborg's gym, so I'm kind of excited for that experience. And they took Pine Ridge lost tonight, but that Viborg team's a dang good team.
They are. Yes,
so
they
they're
are.
a solid team. That's one thing about Pine Ridge. They feel they're one of the top teams in the state, which they are. So their schedule is super heavy this year. They're playing Lennox. They're playing really good Wyoming teams. And they're going to be game 12 or 11 tomorrow. And it's
I think they're 6-5 right now after that loss.
So tomorrow will be 12, and it's January,
already,
which is crazy. But we're looking forward to tomorrow. I kind of like the rivalry we've built with them. Hopefully kids just come out, play hard, and just go do what we do.
Well, Coach, again, congratulations on the big win tonight, and good luck 5 o'clock tomorrow in Hurley.
Thanks, Cole.
That again, assistant coach Louis Budmeyer here on the Vermillion Tanagers live post-game show. Your final score, 84-56. The girls got the job done despite a bunch of turnovers, 23 to be exact, and they got the win, 49-46. Well, it's for Cole Larsch and Spencer Buley. We are going to step aside. We have an early morning tomorrow. We've got to be in Hurley. I'm going to be there about 8:30. You got to be there about 9 o'clock, so we're going to step aside. Thanks for tuning in to Vermillion Tanagers Live Ticket TV. Again, the Midwest Miracles Classic, exclusively streamed on vhcougars.liveticket.tv. Myself and Spencer Buley will be on the call. Tip-off scheduled for about 5 o'clock. Until then, everybody have a safe and happy rest of your night and an early morning tomorrow.